Yeah, no, I'm doing the pay-per-view. So if somebody can put us on diamondclub.tv, that would be awesome.
Calculating. Ready. Speed. The flow. Maximum or optimum rate of motion.
There we go. Now we're live on DC TV. Welcome, everybody, to the Fastlane Let's Wrestle live stream here. We're going to be watching WWE Fastlane on the road to Jury Mania that will take place in Oakland, California at the end of this month, because WrestleMania is in.
Oh, that's right, in San Francisco.
It's
right?
in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So we got Rick Foster, Petey Rave, Mitsula. They're all going to come out. We're actually not going to go to WrestleMania. We're going to do a live stream, but we'll do everything else, including the Raw afterward on Monday, which is always a
Have
great
you ever
time.
gone to WrestleMania?
No. In fact, the WrestleMania was in Miami, and that Sunday, I had to stay on my porch and collect feedback for a little show called Game On.
Oh my God, I remember this.
My friends had box seats because they were Miami Dolphins season
Dude,
ticket
I remember
holders.
you talking about this at the time.
Yeah.
Allow me to apologize.
No, it's not anything that anybody has to be. I chose my own fate. Although they definitely, the WWE sent like legends into some of the boxes to like just be photo ops and take pictures.
Oh, geez.
So like my buddy's got a picture of Sergeant Slaughter putting him in a headlock. And
Oh, that's
everything.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the quality of this stream? Is this as good as it gets, or
Oh no, it'll snap. It should hopefully snap
to
into
HD here?
HD,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a little chunk along.
So
right
it
now.
takes a little while to ramp up.
It normally does not, but then again, I very rarely watch it on this big of a screen. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Can
It
you watch on
shouldn't.
your phone?
Oh yeah, phone,
Yeah.
iPad, everything. So hopefully it'll get better.
So, okay. So, how many tentpole events do they have like this per year?
Okay, so right now there are 12. It's one a month in terms of the pay-per-views.
Right.
This is like this is their biggest sequence of the year, because you have
Everything's ramping
WrestleMania, or sorry, you have Royal Rumble in January. This has always been like the awkward stepchild pay-per-view, and then you have WrestleMania at the end of March. So this used to be, this is the first time they've ever done this pay-per-view. It's called Fastlane,
Yeah.
which is just their
so this
pun
is
on
this
their
is
name.
a new property or
Yeah.
new, yeah.
Which is just basically like, they used to have another pay-per-view called the Elimination Chamber that had its own gimmick thing, and they put 6 dudes in these chambers, and like they would each be released one by one, and eventually you would find out who won. And instead, what they've done is just make it a, hey, look, here is just a pay-per-view that will essentially be the prelude to WrestleMania.
Right.
So I would expect every match tonight to end with a lingering question.
Got it.
So you will move.
So all of this is preamble. This is all going to be one giant cock tease, so that you have a
Yes.
tantric orgasm in a month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you will see a lot of the good guys
Man,
losing.
can I tell you, it's so funny to me. Like in the last year, the most wrestling I've watched is the Dead Man Inc.
Yes.
Brian and Justin Enter the Rings videos.
Absolutely.
So as a result, it's like I see this and I see, obviously they mimic the exact same camera pans or whatever. So I look at
Oh, absolutely.
I'm just waiting for
For Boodle Deedle Doo to
yeah,
say.
exactly. I don't know why it's kind of herky jerky. You want to try? It shouldn't matter. Try, man. I hate to have you miss any of it, but restarting that page, or maybe open up a different browser. Maybe do that Internet Explorer browser down there, and then that way it'll be on a different process.
You want to translate, John?
They've been making that joke for 30 years.
Really?
They go to the Spanish announce table and they have the Spanish announce table people just speaking Spanish.
Do you know what's funny is I heard that, I'm like, man, it sounds like they're speaking Spanish, but they can't be. That would be dumb.
Yeah.
And then and that's exactly what they were doing.
And it'll be like, oh, well, you know what they're saying? No, we don't. No one's learned Spanish for, the last 30 years.
His tag team partners for Sweden at 323 pounds.
Requires an
flash install?
You want to try it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this first match is like the epitome of this is just going to be a cock tease for what will otherwise be a very good WrestleMania match.
Right.
The two biggest stars in this match are this guy, who is by far the biggest bad guy in the company.
Yeah.
And also, last week or 2 weeks ago, got into a very real, embarrassing social media incident wherein all of a sudden on his Instagram, naked pictures of another female wrestler who is not this guy's fiance start appearing.
How does this happen?
Because his fiance starts tweeting on her Twitter account pictures of that dude's dick, of naked pictures that we can only assume by piecing the puzzle he was sending to this other chick. So this, and everyone's reading into it, right?
Yeah.
But people are the assumption is that dude was like having an affair or flirting with this other girl.
Wow.
The wife or fiance finds it and just blows his shit up on social media.
Shit.
Which leads to one of the reason why I love professional wrestling is because it is this weird carny sport.
This
of,
blend
of reality and fiction.
Yeah. So almost certainly
so
that's
the good
be
guy
played
in this
there.
match comes out last Monday and starts off his little promo by, "Why you seem so angry? Did you have a bad Valentine's Day?" Which, for the crowd, anybody who gets it. Otherwise, but it's like, I don't know.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can.
They got fired. JBL, let me ask you. When the Authority returned to power, Ryback, Rowan, and Ziggler would be fired, and then would be brought back to WWE thanks to John Cena and the Vigilante Sting. Right. Well, I got a question for you, JBL. Do you think that Seth Rollins has got to be feeling a little?
Oh, look, Tess is saying he used to work with Seth. With Seth Rollins, the man whose dick we all saw.
Right on.
Well, Tess, if you have any Seth Rollins stories, now's the time to spill them.
Although it sounds like a lot of people have been more intimate than Tess was with him.
He still holds the Money in the Bank contract. Would you say self-proclaimed? Which Seth Rollins could cash in at any time on the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
So these two guys that are in the ring will likely be the WrestleMania match. But instead of giving that away, they're going to have...
Wait, so they haven't even announced what's going to be in WrestleMania?
No.
This is... Well,
some
is?
of them are. Like, you know that like all the championships
The A-list
are usually
marquee, yeah, sure.
And some of them are pretty easy to find out. Just by looking at where they're pushing the stories.
Man, how do you think they make those decisions about like what makes the cuts for storylines or whatever? Is it just a writer's room and it's like,
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
And what we are seeing tonight...
So they're not like doing macro testing or it's like, your match didn't test well. I'm sure there's enough money for that.
Certainly so. The number that moves stories is merch.
Oh shit! Yeah.
If
everyone's buying the T-shirt, then
you're not going to be a big baby face unless you are moving merch.
Yeah.
Which is why they are in this situation that I'll talk about. But this is today's pay-per-view is in action. An example of
Did
how
you install
things.
the Google taskbar?
No, I didn't install the Google. I didn't install Google anything.
Well, I see the words Google Toolbar on the installation thing that you're doing.
No, it's Adobe Flash. Oh.
Eric Rowan he used the word abuse to describe the way that these three have been treated by the Authority.
I guess it automatically installed. Said IE is not the default browser.
How about what Big Show
All right,
did
I'll
to
keep an
Eric
eye out for
Rowan?
that.
Yeah,
Thursday night
sorry
on
about that.
SmackDown, attacking him before the
That's all right. I wouldn't have suspected Adobe to be one of those culprits.
Slam into a backbreaker. That takes strength.
So does that mean like here? Try it again on IE. I guess.
Well, that was it. Yeah, it was.
Kick out.
The message I got from Big Show was that it looked like he didn't want to go eye to eye, face to face with it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Here you go. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Let's go.
Get in the
Come
stream.
on.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Big money,
number
nowhere to
7.
stop.
If
Yeah.
you're abused by the boss, you can go to human resources. We settle things, obviously, in the ring here in WWE. John.
Yeah, that looks a lot better.
It does. Hey, look at that. Suck a fat dick, Google Chrome.
Big Show, the world's largest athlete.
Wow, that's really smoothed out.
Big
Nice.
Show unloading on Rowan. Much like the assault we saw this past
So apparently,
night.
Tess in a bean in our chat room says that she worked with Seth Rollins and she called him a pussy because he would make her pick up 50 bags of flour, 50-pound bags of flour.
There's not men in the world are beast, for that matter, that can
Well, then,
stand
look
up
at
to
that.
Big Show.
Hey, listen,
Rowan's going toe-to-toe
she says
right
that
here.
Seth Rollins wouldn't remember her, but we know Seth Rollins to be a major pussy right now, and that's all that matters to us.
Well, I mean, I believe there's direct evidence to the contrary. He's pretty
Certainly-
much the opposite of a pussy. as
No,
best I can
he's
tell.
got, have you ever taken pictures of your dick and sent them?
Not sent them, but it's like I want to
You've
know.
taken pictures of your dick?
I want to know what it looks. Well, because I see a lot of dicks on the screen, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what would my dick look like on a screen?
Were you
so-
happy with the test shot?
Well, yeah, like you can get real close to your dick and make it look real big.
And make it look gigantic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, I think the science of the dick shots seems to be something I'm unfamiliar. I've never taken a picture of my dick to send it to anybody, or in general. But like a couple of like his dick shots, he's got like laying down,
Big Show
and
with
he's
a
got like kind of like it's like a half flop where
Yeah.
it's like the dick's in the extreme foreground.
Yeah.
So at first it just kind of looks like he's just like
it's got
sleepily
this like
looking into the camera.
depth of field where it's like he's out of focus in the background.
Well,
or-
it's like he was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to take a picture of myself laying down," and his dick was like, "Hey, remember me?" Like,
We've got one right here in the WWE. We're just going to go to Nat Geo.
Nat Geo. I want to hear about. Don't you shit talk my buddies.
here we go. We hacked the system on Monday night, Maggle.
By the way, tomorrow is the last episode.
Season finale.
Season finale, man.
Season finale. But you fucking all the systems hacked. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Keep doing fucking shows? Come on. Unless they go back for season 2.
And again, Big Show
Dude.
continues to
Yeah,
attack
man.
the
What a trip. Oh, well, this is neither here nor there, but it's very weird
comes Kane.
to watch to see my daughters like watching the show just to watch it because they like watching TV.
Josie loves it. Josie kept watching all day today. I was trying to get work done. And I just hear you explaining how to hack systems.
It's very weird.
I'm here in a suburban home.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be a trip, man. That's got to be
Yeah,
insane.
no, it's very exciting, and it's like right now, I don't know, the big focus is getting back into shape, but it's like I'm so curious as to what 2015 is going to be, whether it'll be, because it's going to be like I'm going to get a telegram at some point, and it's either going to be, a second season of hacking the system or any of the 12 other projects I have queued up.
Which are awesome. I mean, like they're insane. And to be honest, I think I'm because I'm a junkie for the new. Like I am almost more excited to see whenever like those other projects kind of get going. Like obviously the television thing is a tremendous opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there would be nothing but good if they're like do that more. But it would very much be like, all right,
There's some rad stuff on the horizon.
yeah, yeah, like
I think it's coming either way. It's just a matter of whether or not it's going to be like in 2 months or in 8 to
in a
12
year. Yeah,
months,
yeah,
you know?
correct. But it's like it's funny because like they can send that telegram and I'm like, well, I'm going to work at the factory.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah,
and
no,
it's like,
you just get drafted.
yeah,
Boom,
exactly,
look at that.
exactly.
That's a great
Lift it
spot.
up to put Rowan away. Maybe. And a near fall for Seth Rollins, a kick out at 2.
What's the voodoo on deciding how long matches go? Is there any like do they schedule?
They
big
they
surprises?
schedule time, but the time will very often get cut down as things
So
naturally
there's not like a
expand.
natural secret showrunner in the background calling the shots. There's not some shadowy figure. I mean, it's like, or decisions like that. Does somebody just give them a high sign? Or
Yeah. No,
Okay.
there'll be like some sign that like, hey, you got to go 5 more minutes, or you got to go,
So-
you got to
so
end it now.
this
you
is
know?
more analogous to the world of like stand-up comedians, where it's like they're up there doing their set right now, and they can go as long as it takes.
Well, it's almost like it depends, because apparently in the new era, guys are more likely to try to script more stuff out. Previously, like old school wrestlers sketch
in
very,
jams.
very little out. They sketch the end out and maybe a few big spots they want in the middle of it. But they would just feed off the crowd to kind of give them, it's like almost improv.
Yeah.
Huge crowd here begging for a little bit of Ryback.
Yeah, but Rowan's got to get there. Big Show is going for a choke slam. Eric Rowan countering with elbows.
Man, this is a hot crowd.
DDT to Big Show.
Although this is Memphis. Memphis is one of the
Rowan needs.
most legendarily into wrestling towns in the
Dude,
country.
I mean, they go straight back to Jerry the King.
Lawler. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. He was huge.
Cheap shot.
But Memphis wrestling is gigantic. Yeah, Jerry Lawler, who's calling this match, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Wow.
is a god.
I didn't even recognize.
But
Rowan hit Rollins with that hurt leg, though. It's what you have to do to win.
there
And
was,
watch this.
I forget what the exact statistic was, but at some point, Memphis wrestling
Rollins trying to keep
was
Rowan
drawing
away.
comparable ratings
It's feeding
to like national sports. More people were into like watching weekly Memphis wrestling
Look out.
than like anything else on television.
Wow.
Splash. Oh, and nobody home for Rollins. Rollins is going for the curb stop. Right back counter.
Well, Seth Rollins didn't see that coming.
Listen to this place. Watch it. Kane running interference. Got hit with a big clothesline.
So Ryback, who's in the ring right here, just always legendarily kind of awkward ring gear though.
Oh,
Like he's
his-
wearing
his-
like
he's
bicycle
wearing-
shorts in the singlet. Like
He's wearing. I thought he was dressed up as like it's Halloween and he's 12 and he's going as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
yeah, well he kind of has gotten that a lot, like that he is Ninja Turtle esque.
Yeah.
That was all the money.
For the win. Ryback powers out again.
How did he do that? I thought that kick to the mouth finished Ryback. Watch.
So of course the big thing the big WrestleMania match, which they're gonna set up here tonight, is Triple H versus Sting. Sting has never wrestled in the WWF at all,
Or WWE.
ever,
Yeah.
or WWE.
Wait, Sting was is it
WCW guy that like he went through the 90s at wrestling's
Now what's Rollins
greatest
got him
peak
out.
as a crow kind of character.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That now he's kind of back in that mode for. He's never wrestled in this promotion, but there's going to be like a contract signing confrontation here tonight.
Oh, I think Ryback is still stunned.
He's squashed. Squashed by a giant. He was
However, Honky Kong in the chat room says, although everybody's waiting for Sting tonight, he's very excited to see Kmart Guile make his debut in the WWE.
I'll tell you what, man. That was so much fun. And it was, I guess I was, 38 at the time, right? So once you get to your late 30s and you get to kind of choose the times that you beat the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it had been a while since I'd chosen to, like, just,
Beat the
really
living shit out of
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. And it's like you start to get empowered and you're like, I can do harder. I can go farther. I can do
Yeah.
whatever. And then the next day, like, it was unreal from top to bottom because not only were, your muscles hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it was difficult to tell which was the muscle pain and which was the, oh, no, I definitely intentionally damaged my body. I mean, I can't even imagine what these guys are doing. to
Well,
their
I mean,
bodies.
what's crazy to think about is like the most simple thing that you can do is land flat on your back in a way that makes the most noise possible.
Yeah.
And if somebody did that at your work, you would of course know that they should take the rest of the day off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it would be so violent.
Please
in the,
don't fill out a workers' comp
Yeah.
form.
Oh, look at Big Show with a knockout punch. The official was trying Good night. Right to the jaw of Dolph Ziggler. Count to 20. And Kane has pinned Ziggler.
So now the big match will be in WrestleMania, likely that guy who has lost against the big bad guy.
Coming from the Big Show. Oh, bang!
God damn.
What a punch. And Dolph never saw it coming.
Do you ever have moments like that where it's a peak moment and, like, for whatever reason, like, the shot didn't quite land or didn't sell properly? And I guess they just don't go back and show that in the instant replay because you only want to show those choice moments like that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's, there's just suspension of disbelief no matter what. But also, these guys are as good as you could possibly be at shooting this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So they'll know, like they knew where that high spot was. So you have to shoot from the other end of Ziggler's
so that you
face.
get that, yeah.
So it's like,
They can pretty much do whatever they want at this point. Rollins looking for the curb stop, and it hit Dolph. And now Ryback and Rowan. And again, this is an uphill battle for Ryback and Rowan. Just too many.
so this quite possibly is the setup for all of these guys' WrestleMania match. That the 4 big guys will all fight each other in a tag team
What's the
match.
story with the suits?
So they're just they're 2
Clown
ex-wrestlers
managers.
that are now like personal security for the dude who's curb stomping the beardo.
Got it.
J&J Security doing their job. First, Dolph Ziggler, and then, of course, it was Eric Rowan with curb stomps, and now Ryback. Wait a minute! Randy Orton!
Oh, or never mind. So he's a big returning guy. He's been out for a while. He's got heat with Seth Rollins. So that's going to be the WrestleMania match.
Got it.
There goes Kane!
From out of nowhere. If you want something funny to watch, go ahead and check out RKO Vines.
Look at that ass.
That ass though.
RKO Vines?
Yeah.
Is that the guy we just saw come in?
Yeah. So he boy, I won't even explain the premise, but you've seen a few of them in action and now you will appreciate the RKO Vines. Oh, look at Seth Rollins. What a chicken shit. Running out of the arena. He's so goddamn scared of Randy Orton. Oh, please.
All right, I'm seeing it. This is where they Photoshop him in these disaster
Yes.
moments. That's amazing.
And if you have like the audio, they put in like the wrestling, the announcer, like, from out of nowhere.
Pushed by Randy Orton. Ambushed. Blindsided. Randy Orton back with a vengeance.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Seth Rollins, first he's making women pick up fucking 50-pound bags of flour. Now he's running out of the arena. I'm starting to think this man doesn't have a backbone.
I'm starting to think we're not supposed to cheer for him.
You know, I'll
Justin.
tell you what, like, I hope he gets what's coming to him. I'd pay good hard money to see somebody
man.
put him in his place.
If only there was a venue where it'd be appropriate to just have someone lay physical violence
If
on
only
him.
on the grandest. Hey, look, WrestleMania would be a great place
Oh my
for
God,
that
I
kind
hope
of
he shows up
confrontation
there.
to take.
Let's settle this score.
I kind of got mixed feelings about not going to WrestleMania because, like, I feel like it's gonna be more fun to hang out and talk to everybody on the internet.
Dude, yeah.
But at some point, I would like to go to one. Next year, it's in Dallas, actually,
Oh, shoot.
which I think
Dude, I would go with you.
they're gonna try to set a attendance record.
35 days away. Wow. It would be great is if that ended and it's like WrestleMania 2016, 390 days away.
Yeah.
And we are indeed on the fast lane to
So there's the King, who no longer
Yeah.
comes to the ring in his King outfit. Now he just wears shitty Affliction knockoff T-shirts.
Bet he's getting paid.
Apparently his girlfriend makes him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Exactly, and there's
See, that's smart. He owns
He's
his
also
own brand.
he's also very famous for dating very young girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like not any kind of like
Yeah. Well, yeah,
fucked
but
up.
just like beneath his station
Yeah.
in life.
let me buy you a drink. I know you're not old enough. Like
Oh, wow.
the issues continue between Gold and Stardust.
Stardust is a little bit to blame for this.
Cody! Don't ever call me Cody. Stardust, I have been.
so these are the two real life sons of the American Dream Daddy, Dusty Rhodes.
Okay.
One of the best wrestlers of all time. There he is. He shows up on last Monday.
I'm here to fix it. All the paint,
Gold
all the
Dust.
galaxies,
So,
all the
right.
stars.
Are these
everything
guys?
that
Wait.
look
You
up
call it
to
heels? What are bad guys?
without
Heels,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Heels and
And
faces.
no matter what goes down, I love you both. Can you do this?
So, all right, Dusty Rhodes has been
All right,
like
stand together.
one of the few kind of opposition elements to the WWF, like in its history. Like when somebody wanted to set up a rival wrestling promotion, Dusty Rhodes was the one who like helped them do it.
Okay.
And legendarily, there has been this back and forth between Vince McMahon and Dusty Rhodes. In fact, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, was named for Ted Turner, and his manservant / slave, Virgil, is
supposed to
Dusty
be-
Rhodes' real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. By the way, is the Oscars tonight as well?
It is, yeah.
They went up against the Oscars, and they figured like, fuck it, there's no crossover.
Different demo.
Yeah. All right. Right
You
on.
know. So Gold Dust, who is like fucking old as shit, and he's still in great shape.
Dude, he doesn't look old.
Hey, Pop.
He back in the day,
You know, this one place I thought would I'd never be. And it's a heavy heart I'm carrying right now about the Rhodes family and about what's going on here. You know, I understand that, Cody can be dangerous.
I love the
know you are,
conceit
too.
of
Yes,
the
sir.
live
Try not to hurt
logo in the
himself. You know what I
corner.
mean, son? No matter
When
what
it's
happens.
Very
because,
obviously their third or fourth
at the
take.
very end, you both mean the world to me. You know, Pop, I remember when Cody was little, him and I would go to the wrestling matches and watch you do what you do best. And that was provide for us, provide for our family, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, you didn't answer my
I couldn't
question. Are
think
they
of
heels or
anything else I
faces?
wanted to do. Just to do that.
they were heels,
tonight-
and now in the breakup, Gold Dust
not
is
facing
the.
Cody.
Oh, they were a
sympathetic
team
face.
that broke
Yes.
up? Oh, okay, got it.
Facing Stardust.
So one is the face, or they're both
He
redeeming?
is the face. He is the one who's loyal to his
I gotta
father.
meet Stardust
Cody
so
has
bad.
broken up the family and told his father that he is dead to
Thought of
him.
him
Got to be
putting
awkward
paint.
during Thanksgiving dinner.
Motherfucker, this
That's-
goddamn Stardust. I swear to talk, not only a legend in his industry, his own flesh and blood.
It's awful. It's families today, Justin.
You know, the thing is, he's gotten too much into his gimmick.
Until I bring
Says
my brother
Cody's
Cody
dead, only Stardust remains.
Oh, jeez.
You know,
I know how you
Wait,
feel.
so it's Goldust and Stardust?
Gold
But I
Dust and
want you to-
Stardust.
And they don't
To
call
remember
themselves the
this
Dust
before you go out
Brothers.
I
No one
think they are
needs to get
called
hurt.
colloquially the
No
Dust
need to hurt
Brothers.
yourself.
Okay. They make
Bottom line
soundtracks
is,
for
and it's all over, said and done.
for Paul's Boutique.
They do.
And for Fight Club.
Love you too.
Also, Dusty Rhodes' forehead is a frightening sight.
Oh, from all the abuse it's
All the
taken.
gigging.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It looks like Wesley Willis's forehead.
Yes.
All the beating against it. Yeah, that makes sense. If they're Dust, because they're dads. Look at this.
Oh, it's coming out without the full bodysuit.
It's interesting to see, it reminds me of when in Futurama, when Bender did wrestling and they decided to make him a bad guy, so they turned him into Gender Bender. to make everybody wear dresses and feel like, I'm not comfortable with this. You know? And it's like that's clearly what they're doing with Stardust.
No. Goldust in the 90s. So, like, all right, so legendary heat between Vince McMahon and Dusty Rhodes, right? Yep. At some point, Vince hires his son, Dustin Reynolds, Dusty Rhodes' real-life son,
right,
and gives him the most embarrassing, shitty gimmick of all time. He's an androgynous, wears dresses,
right,
kisses his opponents, kicks them in the balls, like this shitty heel that he actually makes popular. Like, he's really good. Takes what is like a fuck you to his dad, and makes it way over.
That's amazing. Well, I think part of it has to be like just the changing times, where you can get away with,
certainly
with playing that, strong.
Well, and this is like
in
in that late '90s where like. Among many other things, there was like people were tricked into fucking transsexuals. Triple H, who will be defending the good honor of the WWE against the villainous, in his opinion, Sting of WCW.
Okay.
Once fucked a corpse.
Wait, in the show?
Yeah. To the point where he then says, "I fucked your brains out," literally, and throws matter out of the casket. Like, that's, dude, shit got fucked up, and they've dialed it back to
this was when it was on television.
Yes, this is on television. Katie Vick, the Katie Vick angle.
I mean, he's gone to a different place now.
See, it's so fun. I don't know. Like, for some reason, like, knowing that they're brothers, at any moment I expect the wrestling to stop and the face slapping to begin to fight like real brothers.
Turn into boy fights.
Yeah.
Oh, also, he's pointing out Triple H followed up Katie Vick by date raping Stephanie McMahon. Well, is that before or after he drugged her and married her against her will? Because that also happened.
Oh, these are all plot lines, right? Okay.
Yeah. We fought each other several times. Depends on what was at stake. We were friends at the end of the day. We always were. We still are to this day. Listen to this. This is a huge crowd here chanting, "Cody, Cody, Cody." Stardust taking a great offense to that.
Jeff Noshwood, it was real.
I understand Cody is much younger than Goldust. So they didn't really grow up together. They grew up apart. They never worked.
So all those signs are prearranged, right?
No.
Beforehand?
No, people bring their own. That's always been organic, and you'll see shit that like they certainly would not want on television pop up here and again.
No kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm just surprised that there aren't a billion of them. Like if you know you're going to be visible.
It's usually more prevalent at the beginning. Like, everybody be holding shit up at the beginning, but like...
And then at some point people want to shut up and watch.
Well, because also it's you're holding shit up, like, in front of, like, really high-paying seats and everything.
Can you imagine being either a Goldust or Stardust and growing up in the shadow of your father and trying to somehow, reach the expectations?
Maybe they're still in the shadow. Maybe it's Dusty's fault.
You saw how hurt Dusty's been through all this, John. How can you say that?
So now they're chanting Cody, Cody, Cody. Because,
like to mock him.
Yeah.
He's obviously deeply affected by this.
I mean, listen,
it's his humanity.
He's
come
begging.
Back to haunt
he's
him.
begging everybody.
Look, don't you understand? Cody's dead. Only Stardust remains.
Yeah, well, apparently these people here in Memphis are so goddamn rude, they can't respect somebody's personal transition.
Oh! with the worst handshake psych out of all time. Like, I thought it was bad enough when you yank your hand away and pretend to slick back your hair.
Oh, look at this. Whoa. Nice reversal. Goldust now. Uh-oh. Oh, he's going for the director's cut, and Cody Rhodes slipped out of harm's way. Pretty clever.
Oh, boo. Come on, you big fat puss. Why don't you go ask a girl to lift a 50-pound bag of flour?
Heavy heart here tonight.
Three-time NWA heavyweight champion Dusty Rhodes.
I guess at this point Dusty Rhodes has picked a favorite of his sons. He's clearly cheering for Stardust.
I think
Goldust.
I think he's let him know that he supports both of them no matter what. But I think
he's like, boys, I wish you wouldn't fight.
In his heart of hearts.
Whoa, no.
I think he hopes Cody gets a little sense beaten into him.
Dusty's boys have had really good careers. Dustin has been a 3-time tag team champion, 3 different organizations, NWA, WCW, WWE, with 3 Hall of Fame partners.
Man, this crowd is great. They're fucking into it. You can know like, these people have been watching fucking wrestling since they were 4.
I think this is about something other than jealousy, personal jealousy.
Has his makeup, I assume both of their makeups have gone through various transformations.
So yeah, he started out when he first took so this started, he became from Cody Rhodes to Stardust because he wanted a tag team partner for his brother and he couldn't do it as Cody Rhodes, so he became Stardust.
Got it.
They won the tag team titles. And then it wound up going sideways. And now here they are.
Resolving their differences like men.
Maybe it boils down to that. Maybe it's a lot more simple than what we're giving it credit for.
Oh, and almost like Stardust.
But now I guess he's going for sort of a differentiating between him and he used to have like the exact same costume basically as his brother, and now he's I guess not going to do the full body suit and stuff like that, which to be honest looks a little bit better.
Then what he's Gold Dust you were talking about?
Well, I just like anytime that you're in a full body suit, it kind of looks a little odd. Like Cody is now.
Cody looks better.
Yeah,
he looks like a Dallas Cowboys fan.
He does. Well, apparently, so he's
like actually like I could see him at a Cowboys game with his face painted, like cheering on.
So in real life, Cody Rhodes is a massive nerd.
Yep.
He's friendly with the Giant Bomb people.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like I think his Twitter name is Husky Hyrule, but he's like like a huge video game nerd.
Takes that paint off his face and goes home as a normal person. I've heard. I don't know if
and
this
has
is true or
kept
not, but I've heard that,
like he has a Stardust Twitter and a Cody Rhodes Twitter.
Yeah.
He keeps them both active and only talks in this like broken English. Some letters are capitalized, some are not.
Yeah.
Like gibberish maniacs speak in the Stardust Twitter account.
That's awesome. And then meanwhile, the Cody Rhodes one is just like
The normal thing.
had steak today.
Basically, yeah.
That's awesome. He's the Instagram, looking good.
Basically.
that's a bad thing.
Here we go. Covered.
Oh, by the way, if you guys are just watching this and you want to watch it, this is free for the WWE Network. Like you have to sign up for their the site
newsletter or
basically.
whatever.
But yeah, it's free, so you can watch along with us.
So bad that
Are you about ready for another one of those?
Yeah.
I'm almost done as soon as I finish.
Oh,
off.
fucking showboating here by Cody Rhodes. I mean,
Cartwheels.
Stardust. I mean, what way to win is that?
had each other for quite some time.
This little pissant. You
I don't
know?
know, man. I see him. I feel that rage. I hope he wins this one.
I just think he needs to learn some respect.
No, look, I've been that broken husk of a man. Like, I've said to Bonnie, Brian, there is no Brian, only Zool. And then she
Only
kept,
Snake Dick.
Only Snake Dick. And she kept mocking me like, Brian, I felt that rage, man. I've been there. I about went out of my mind. I got up on the 4-poster bed, and I dove down. I did a double flip.
Is that something that you're saying to his dad? I think you're right. He was talking to his father.
Now the Cody chants again, directed toward Stardust.
So as he started hashtag Cody 2012.
Let's make him famous.
Cody.
Man, I can't make that be 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago already.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. Oh, shit.
Dude, yep. Yeah, because it was beginning of 2012, too.
I'm mistaken. I think he was just
It might have been 2011, right?
Who's your daddy?
Like, it was like a full year before that they wanted
election.
They wanted to make him as famous as
Oh, because
Mitt
the
Romney or
presidential,
Obama.
yeah, they were saying Romney 20, yeah, wow.
Concerning. I think you can feel it in the arena. I think a lot of people are just watching an all record develop, happening right in front of them between two family members.
Yeah, sorry guys. Normally I'm behind everybody. I guess your internet is just the bomb diggity.
Oh,
we
is
were
it?
getting
We're
shit
way ahead of
before.
everyone? We can pause it for a bit. You want to pause it? So
Yeah,
people
we can pause it.
Yeah, there we go.
Stardust rolled out of the way.
Or just try hitting spacebar.
Very well.
Click on it and hit spacebar. There you go. All right, so we'll give it a 10 or 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, shit.
3. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we're good. Oh, I wonder if it's going to snap up and suddenly.
Oh, fucking. Stardust is lost. Lost on the schoolboy.
That's kind of a cool effect that his makeup gets destroyed over the course, and you're left with these, left on the altar mascara streaks.
Oh, apparently it didn't change.
Oh, it just caught it right back up again.
All right. Well, sorry, guys. We did our best.
Maybe that'll snap Stardust or Cody back to reality. Goldust still offering
It's a moment.
to his brother.
It seemed like a measuredly ambiguous ending to this.
Well,
That's a great shot, though. Look at that shot.
That's a good shot.
The good brother. What have you become, Cody? What's the age difference between those two?
A while. They're different moms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can go back and look and
Turns
see
out
if
being a
that
professional wrestler isn't the best way to keep a marriage going.
A bit fucked up, man.
Two, and yes. It was very, very close.
20
but I
years
think-
different.
I think that's
Wow.
still down. Let's see.
Referee didn't make a third count. I think the referee realized his own mistake and corrected on the fly. Well, it's controversial either way, but the victory
Man, he
comes
looks
in the record
fucking
books.
presidential right there. As presidential as a dude covered in makeup and gold lame can look.
Well, I would really
Like,
hope
that's
that
with a
this
heavy
comes
heart.
up
He
between
just
these
decided to
brothers.
invade Iraq.
Want to bet? We're in the home of the king. This is Memphis, Tennessee. They're, of course, the famous Sun Studios, home, of course, to Sun Records for so many years, associated with the likes of Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and many, many more. And the Gentrys. Don't forget the Gentrys.
In that very studio, guys, at one time, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash and Roy Orbison all stood together and sang together in that little studio.
Well, 13,263 WWE fans here tonight in Memphis at the FedEx Forum for WWE Fastlane. Well, you know, Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank, has been fighting many battles on different fronts.
So I'm curious for the folks in the chat how many people are actually watching, or how many people are like me for the first time diving in to wrestling. Because you mentioned that as free. I wonder if anyone's.
I'm untouchable.
Oh, this
I
is
can
kind of
do
funny here.
Whatever I want, whenever I want, and there's nobody and nothing that can stop me. Hell, if I wanted, I could take over as host of The Daily Show for Jon Stewart and make that thing actually watchable.
Seth Rollins, you made a lot of mistakes in your life. Being a turncoat for your brothers on the Shield. Being a toady for the Authority. Not being able to choose which color your hair should be. But this is the biggest mistake you ever made. By coming after The Daily Show. You just stepped in a world of hurt, my friend. A world of hurt that even your buddies at J&J Security aren't gonna be able to save you from. I'm coming for you, Rollins. You messed with the wrong guy. And I'm coming. And that's Money in the Bank, my friend.
Oh, they cut out all the jokes.
John, I'll say it right now. You know where to find me.
I mean,
I'm
this
at
is clearly a
Fastlane
setup
this
for
Sunday in Memphis. You
an
can come
appearance.
check me out, or I'm
He's
live
actually
in the middle of the
his
ring on
kid
Monday
is a
Night
huge
Raw.
fan. So
Every single week,
Jon
it's a
Stewart
different
has like
world.
made a
What
bunch of
we do
wrestling
is a different world
puns
than what Jon
recently.
Stewart does. So if he thinks he can hang with the best, by all means, Mr. Money in the Bank will be waiting for him.
Understand that? I try not to hurt him, okay? But maybe now We can get Cody back.
Yeah, I want it back.
It looks like a family party, but you didn't invite.
Come on, Stardust.
Stardust. Why is that? Do you think we're done? Are we done? Are we done?
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You had your chance in the ring.
Cody! Oh, I assume you mean Cody Rhodes, the ugly duckling, the breakout star of the legacy, one of the greater Intercontinental Champions of all time, Dashing, the Prince. Is that who you mean? Well, here's the news, Dream. You killed him! When you sent me this bag of bones, this albatross, this attitude era
Could never
never
do
ends,
this. I'd
but it
bust out
did.
laughing.
You killed Cody Rhodes. And one more thing, Big Daddy. I am not living in your shadow. You're living in mine.
That's amazing, dude.
Get some help.
Curtis LaRock gives a great monologue until he said Big Daddy. No, but that's like a Dusty Rhodes thing. Dusty Rhodes used to punctuate all of his sentences with, let me tell you this, Daddy. When the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, comes down to the ring, you will know that hard times are upon you, Daddy.
Man, the ability to hear them and not have everything utterly dominated by road noise, like, means there has to be mics every 5 inches in this place.
Well, that's the one big thing. They revolutionized wrestling, and even to the point where there's even people who have money, as like tech costs have kind of come down, there's still nothing that looks as good as this.
Yeah.
Like, they have been on the cutting edge of, like, filming live sports. Like, to the point where early, back in the 80s, Vince McMahon, one of the only people that he, like, super respected in terms of broadcasting was Dick Ebersol from NBC.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, totally convinced him, like, you have to spend top dollar on the product, like, to shoot it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that it can't just be tiny little shitty holes in the wall that you just put on two things. Like, that if you can differentiate yourself and make it look like real sports, you will bring yourself to a whole nother level.
Your favorite WWE shows today.
You know, I saw Jon Stewart take down Jim Cramer. You know, Stewart might show up in trunks.
Introducing the challengers, being accompanied by Natalia at a combined weight of 436 pounds.
So, of these two,
take a guess which ones are the bad guys.
yeah. Well, which, I mean, are both of these known quantities, or sometimes they'll throw, you know, like a nobody in?
Yeah, no, pay-per-views by and large, you're seeing the
they're all
fights that have built up. Yeah. So these guys are two bad guys that wound up joining each other, which is funny.
That they're wearing beats.
Well, that's like the new sign of, like, asshole athlete is wearing beats inappropriately.
That's amazing.
Who do you think you are? I am sick of you talking to her like that.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to get some advice from a former Funkadactyl.
Yo, dog, come on, man. Relax. Look, I've been trying to be chill. I've been trying to respect this dinner for your wife and for mine. But you just a plain ignorant jackass. Yeah. Yeah.
Table flip.
Please respect tables.
Who's the jackass now, Oos?
Call a doctor.
Call a doctor. There was cutlery on that
I
table.
was trying to do something nice, but you and Jimmy ruined everything.
This has really put a strain on the relationship between Naomi and Natalia, as we've seen on Total Divas every Sunday night on E. They're very good friends. So this is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Use the hashtag tag titles if you want to talk about this on social media.
So
Tyson Kidd
these two have been, like,
off
very
here in this
problematic.
matchup
They can't find a
Jimmy,
gimmick that
or should
sticks.
say
Like,
Jey
they
Uso.
like have these start and stop pushes. They're both really talented in the ring, but they haven't been able to connect with people. And they've both kind of, in their own way, had this like sort of epiphany. They became a tag team. But this guy here has just been really unremarkable. Just started doing these really funny heel things, like wearing beats to the ring, and he's also really into his cats. Like he like FaceTimes with his cats, like during promos and stuff like that. Like he's got his cats on his ring gear. But I think really fairly inspired, like things that you wouldn't necessarily think are like assoul things to do that in the modern era.
But when you see it, you're like, oh shit!
Like, oh,
yeah,
he's
no,
that
is
guy.
a douchebag thing to do. Yeah,
Jesus.
2014 Tag Team of the Year is voted on by you, the WWE fans. That would be the Usos winning the Slam.
And these guys, second generation wrestlers that are Samoan, which means that they are all fucking related to each other. And those that aren't related to each other, they say they're related to each other.
Oh, you can see that induction ceremony. Here's the cover. Hook of the leg again on Tyson Kidd. Does he have a no kick out of two? The induction ceremony.
Yeah, if any of you guys have an idea that we can slow down the stream so it matches up with everybody's anymore, then let me know.
I mean, you should be able to pause Meta CDN, right, and let it buffer. So it's real time with your
oh,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can slow us down.
Yes, you can slow us down.
Yeah.
Take it upon yourself, bro.
Come on, man.
The year in 2014 when the first ever
Oh, they're saying we're forced live.
Memorial Battle Royal
Forced live?
I tried pausing meta, but it reloads. Then never mind. We apologize for offering that solution.
There's no slowing you guys down.
That's because we're in the fast lane to WrestleMania.
Enemy's corner.
All right, here, I'm going to grab us more beverages.
Rad, thanks, man.
For so many years in European wrestling that they developed that uppercut as a means to get around.
And again, continue to work the leg of Jimmy Uso. Precision-like attack of Tyson Kidd.
Really hoping that we get a title change here. I've never been I mean, I guess I'm always excited to see the Usos lose the belts.
Jimmy Uso taps out here. Cesaro and Kidd become the tag team champs.
Right now, we're watching on the streaming computer with IE, Internet Explorer. So I don't know if it's a Internet Explorer thing.
Again to the leg. Great strategy so far, and Jimmy is in a world of hurt.
I think Tyson Kidd would allow.
Right now, I'm not getting any kind of controls for the player. I literally only have.
Some people would have a differing opinion, John.
Well, some people believe in UFOs.
Come on, Cesaro, you got this.
Yeah. Anyway.
WWE fans trying to look at this. A one-legged swing. Good grief.
Yeah, sorry, we're illegally rebroadcasting. I just want to show you. So I don't have 30-second things for whatever reason. Where's the mark cam? Fuck. I don't have the mark cam up.
Team championship and a kick out of two.
Cesaro and Kidd have been unstoppable so far.
Look at this.
Kill Owens kill sign.
Watch the impact.
Little NXT love.
He landed on his head, not his leg.
Hey, get back inside the ring, Tyson. Yeah! Come on! Get in the ring right now. Let's go.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Kidd and Cesaro in the tag team, if even just to hide, their lack as singles competitors.
Here trying to get Kidd back into the ring, and he does.
Tyson's probably a better pure character than Cesaro is. Cesaro can get away with just standing, looking awesome, and carrying matches, and doing big high spot feats of strength.
Cesaro misses wildly with the right, and there's a Samoa drop. That's what Jay was looking for.
J1 says, I like Cesaro, I like the Usos. I just wish they'd stop trying to make Tyson Kidd a thing. Dude, watch NXT, man. Tyson Kidd is a thing. Tyson Kidd rules.
Tights and a kick out. That rings Cesaro's bell.
Here comes a V. You're not going to
Cover again. Is it enough to put the challengers away?
All right. I mean, I guess my question is just where do you go? I mean, like, it's a good, compelling story, but, like, the problem with the Usos is that we really don't know any more of them than they're just kind of what they are. Oh, ladies, speaking of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, making her way to the ring is Bonnie Brushwood.
Tag made to Kid.
Watch this. We've seen this before.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible strength. Real. Kid the
Ah.
for the tag team titles. We got new champions. Leg off the elbow and a kick out.
Hey, Josie.
Again. And another kick out.
Tyson Kidd cannot believe that they were not successful. He can't believe they're not the tag team champions right now. They have the best shot.
Where?
They didn't get the job done.
No, that's all of them in the long boxes.
That in the famous Hard Dungeon.
Whoa. Jey Uso able to counter. Uh-oh. And Tyson.
I mean, you can look inside those boxes there. I don't know.
Kid over the top.
Oh, wait, are you talking about some of the stuff that we bought recently for the kids? I don't think they made them in here. I think they were in.
Oh, that was good.
To retain the tag team gold. Look at the leg on Tyson Kidd. Cesaro bulldogs his way in to break it up.
Aphex calling her Bonnie the Snake Charmer Brushwood.
Oh, man, that caught him flush. Look out!
Oh, no, the princess is here.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
Come here.
Callie,
Callie.
come say hi to Justin.
Breaking down now. Watch it.
Oh.
Baseball slide, but nobody
Hit
hit
from the apron. Got caught. Oh, right into the barricade.
Oh, there you go.
There we go, the princess. We bring everything to the wrestling live streams. Adorable kids.
Yeah, I think the momentum. Watch this. Watch
Hi,
the
kiddo.
momentum now.
See?
Oh, wow. That's great. This is a great match.
Get him in the ring.
Are you looking at yourself in the mirror?
Kid right now.
Nose, that's your nose. Where are your eyes? Okay, yeah, you blow your nose. Yeah. Where are your ears?
Yeah, but the Usos want to win this.
Where are
There's
your
Cesaro.
eyes?
Want to win it, but be a pinfall. Heading up to the top.
Where's your
Uh-oh.
hair?
Here we go. Big splash.
Splash.
Oh, no. Countered into the schoolboy. 1, 2. Oh, jeez. Tyson Kidd
close.
almost just won. Fact.
Kick over the sharpshooter.
Oh, no. They're not going to have him tap in the middle of the ring. Gouge him in the eyes. That's what a coward does.
Center of the ring. In trouble. Kidd with the sharpshooter. Titles can change hands on submission. You gotta try to get to that stretch. Oh, no.
Oh, drags him right there. Back into the center of the ring.
Has
He's
any
going to have a tag team champion tap. Oh, no. Kicked him in the back of the head. That doesn't seem sporting.
has any heel used the teabag as their humiliation move?
Not the tea bag. Their father, the two Samoans, was a sumo-esque guy, fat dude named
Yeah.
Rikishi, who one of his big moves was he had like this thong, like ring gear.
Yeah.
They would be slumped in the corner, and it was called the stink face.
Oh, that's
and their
great.
face would like disappear into his massive ass.
Oh, that's
and he would just like
amazing.
motorboat him.
Whoa.
I'm not sure myself.
What do you think of wrestling? Do you like wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about wrestling?
Uh-oh. It's a super kick party.
Oh, yes, I see.
Now Tyson Kidd for the victory for the tag team titles. Is it enough here?
Hey!
Oh,
New champions!
Wow.
So that'll be your WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Is the rematch. Tell you, that's good. I'm really glad that those guys found that they're getting a push as tag team.
So like independently, they were just doing their own thing, never quite got a character
Yeah,
that went
I
anywhere.
think like internet people love Cesaro.
Yeah.
He's like one of the ultimate like people who are like thought to be giving getting a raw deal from creative.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd, no one really cared about, but he went down to their developmental system, which is very well regarded. Like, kind of reinvented himself as this like super snide, I love my cats, I wear beats to the ring asshole.
Yeah.
And now that he's come back up, they've just kind of found a.
Do you think Beats is thrilled with with that decision? that they're being made to be the symbol of a douchebag?
I don't know. I mean, I guess like
I guess that's the two-sided nature of like, could Beats stop them?
No, I mean, like, I don't think like, Porsches, Rolex watches, Ferragamo shoes, which have also been like trappings of bad guys in wrestling for years. Like,
For the Usos, but Tyson Kidd and Cesaro become new WWE Tag Team Champions.
Oh, look at that. Public displays of affection.
Proud of her husband, I guess. And John, you had said it. You thought tonight might be the night for Tyson Kidd and Cesaro.
What's up? Yes.
What's that hand signal they're doing? Does anybody know the hand signal? What the hand signal is?
What was the pointing to the ring finger?
I don't know.
Since the Usos, tonight they were better. I hate to agree with JBL, but I have to right now. It's okay, Kate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up
Ryan, is there a reason why women all wear fishnets other than being sexy?
Yes, it masks varicose veins very well.
Okay. There we go.
It was the fantasy of every sports entertainment fan to see Sting, the icon, the franchise, as part of WWE. Well, it's finally happened, but now, at least according to Triple H, Sting is threatening Triple H's livelihood.
For 20 years, I eat, sleep, and breathe WWE. While others have come and gone, I have stayed here. My blood, sweat, tears,
How many
passion.
hours a day do you think they're working out?
This is a better place.
Team Authority loses.
Triple H is renowned to be one of the biggest like gym rat freaks. I would say, well, like Seth Rollins is a big CrossFit guy. I don't know. I would probably say like what, 3 hours when they're like in shape, like 3 hours probably.
3 hours. Look, you want to see what 3 hours gets you? You're looking at it.
I mean, in terms of like weight training though, that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know how long you can go.
I just have to assume, and forgive me if this is ignorant of me, but I just have to assume that everybody's on roids, right? I mean, there's no way you get those effective. Well, I don't know. I guess some of them have more athletics.
The rumor is that there's some obviously, but like some of the guys. I mean, it's not like it used to be where they used to just be like rocking and rolling all night, and it's like you kind of need that extra help. Like some of them are just legit crazy CrossFit insane gym rats.
Oh no! Well, and I'm not saying that that they don't work very hard. I'm not saying roids in terms of a shortcut or
Callie's
whatever.
got a few things to say.
But I'm just saying, like, in terms of like, there are diminishing returns, and there comes a point where if you want to effectively hit a certain level of physique,
I wouldn't doubt it.
It is not possible without the right tools for the job.
Ask the men to show up at Fastlane. Will Sting show up? We've not heard an answer from him. Sting's choice. Man or code?
It's a cool shot.
Yeah. There's one thing you can say about Sting is like he really knows After Effects.
He sits down himself for hours and hours compositing these things.
Huge Film Riot fan. He's just been. So that's the other funny thing about this is, and I'm sure he's going to talk about this in this promo. They own WCW. They bought WCW as it was like going out of business, basically. The only other, like, in the fringe of Major League game in town was his other promotion called TNA, which is still in
Oh, sure,
existence.
yeah, in Orlando, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, the
Shoots at Universal.
Yeah.
So they, WWF, will talk about WCW like it was a thing and how they were rivals with it. They will not discuss TNA.
They won't even admit it exists.
So it's like now, and he'll probably say it here, Sting was the face of WCW. He tried to put WWF out of business, and then
Got defeated.
And then he disappeared for a decade.
Oh, that's hilarious because he was
all
on
he's done is
TNA
been on
that entire time. That's amazing.
And they will not, like, and then he, who knows? No one's heard of him.
Oh, that's
for 10 years.
hilarious. They actually make that a point.
They're
That's
like,
hilarious.
No, he is resurfacing as if he has never done anything.
He's been out in the wilderness. Hey, I'm sorry, Bonnie. Callie's apparently a huge wrestling fan. This is the best behaved I've seen her all day. So now, wait a minute. It introed him as Chief Operating Officer, COO.
Yeah,
so he's not so much a wrestler, so much as
No.
he's an internal storyline.
He comes back like 2-3 times a year. He's always a part of the programming as like a bad guy, as like a big bad guy.
Got it.
But
it's more like politics storylines than
and 2-3 times a year he'll wrestle.
Yeah.
And
Last week on Raw, I was confronted by one of the greatest legends of all time.
Hi, sweetie. All right, say night night. No, yeah, it's time for night night. Say night night. No way. What do you mean? Say no way.
No way.
No way. It's time for night night.
What?
No, not Wildcats.
Well, no way.
Wait a minute, but it's time for bed.
Well, no way.
it's already starting. No way 2015 is trending on Twitter.
Okay, all right. Off you go. Go see your mom.
Not as the COO of the WWE.
No way 2015. Free Cali.
I stand in a WWE ring, in a WWE arena. I stand here as the game. I stand here as the king of kings and Sting.
Hi, Callie.
Waiting for you.
Man, I wonder if Sting's going to show up. That'd be awkward if he didn't.
He accepted. This is their first confrontation.
Well, I know, but like we just got this giant buildup about whether or not. Like, do they ever do that? We're like, well, I guess he isn't.
I think they might actually pull something like that. There's another big storyline that we're going to see whether or not they pay off tonight.
How old do you think Sting is?
55.
Jeez.
Triple H is 45.
That's like only 4.5 years ahead of me.
Man. But there's a reason why they have to put him with somebody, because the dream match forever was Sting versus The Undertaker. And they were both,
Goth v Goth.
Goth v Goth, badass versus badass, trench coat versus trench coat. But now they're just both too old. So it's like The Undertaker might come back and wrestle at WrestleMania, and Sting will wrestle at WrestleMania, but they can't really wrestle each other because it would just look like shit, and you can't have.
You and I have talked about the Donna Mike show back in the day. One of my favorite moments was when they interviewed The Undertaker, and you could tell they so clearly wanted to call out the bullshit of professional wrestling, right? This is the late 90s.
Oh,
but something about The Undertaker being physically there caused them to fucking wilt. Like they just fucking wilted. Like the closest Don Geronimo got him, he was like, so you lost your parents in a fire? He's like, my parents perished in a fire. And he's like, I don't know how to phrase this, but if your parents were alive and you were going around talking about how they perished in a fire, I would imagine that I would want to know how they'd feel about that. And he'd say, I would imagine they wouldn't like that very much.
All those years ago, you were
and then he just that's as far as the bit went. And then after that, his parents perished in a fire.
There's a couple really funny Undertaker
Sting
stories.
was WCW.
Oh man, why'd you have to point out the receding hairline? Now
And when
I
the
see it.
time came,
Oh,
you stood with your
the
head
paint
held
just
high
keeps
and
going
you
north.
raised the ship
Well,
up
and also
that.
it's thin up top.
Yeah.
But the reality is,
Like that's an old man's hairline.
it was
Yeah.
guys like me that made that ship go down in the first place. The truth is, my legacy is putting your legacy out of business. I get it. That eats away at you, which is why you did what you did at Survivor Series. You tried to put me and my wife out of the WWE. Because you know that without my wife and I, without our family, the WWE dies. But you failed. I guess at the end of the day, failure is what you do.
Oh snap!
Oh shit. Now would be the time to mention TNA.
But what if I said I could give you the power back? What if I said to you, I can give you your legacy back? All you have to do is once again stand with your head held high, walk away. We put all this behind us, and you and I do business together. I always do what's best for business. I am magnanimous in that way.
As you and I have
I
gotten
can
farther
assure you
into podcasting,
that if
I
you
start
put
to notice things
this
like this
behind
entire
us and you
time.
walk
All I'm
away,
doing is waiting for a single semantic
legacy
crutch,
Yeah.
a single
goes on.
and, a single
I
and these
ensure that
motherfuckers
your
are
legacy lives
Oh, he's one of the
chrome,
best. He's
chrome
he's
polished.
One of the best, yeah.
through the WWE Network, through DVDs, through merchandise, through action figures.
Oh, so
through
he's
all
asking
of
him to
it.
sell out. Is the whole
In 2015,
was Sting always
will be
a
bigger
good guy or
Yeah. He's
Okay.
always been the good guy. I mean, TNA, I think he went
Well,
back and
there was a
forth.
weird phase late '90s where early
I'll even go so
early
far
aughts
as
where
down
it
the
wasn't so
line,
much good guys and bad guys so much as like,
put you in the
well,
Hall
there
of
were guys who were cool and then there were dorks. Like the crime of or-
yes and no.
It,
I mean,
it seemed that way.
Yeah, no. I mean, like there were still there people
What
who
do
were
you
very
say?
popular that were bad
Sounds
guys.
pretty
Correct.
good, right?
Or like the folks you cheered for were everybody
Yeah.
cool, and the ones you mocked were the guys who tried hard. Like,
But he was always the big counterbalance to what was the most revolutionary wrestling bit of all time, or gimmick of all time, which was the NWO and WCW, which was what propelled all the
Or-
boats higher.
We can do it the other way.
Where he
Or you
was
can
like,
sit
you know, the
there
looming angel
with
that
look
was,
on your face and continue to
you know,
disrespect
thought to be a
me.
turncoat by his friends, was not going to join the enemy, and then just kind of hung around like this avenging
And
angel.
when they carry you from this ring tonight, Sting, you will be erased from history. No legacy, no nothing. Gone like you never even existed.
Like you were for the last 10 years.
The choice is yours.
That's what this promo should be.
Yeah.
You want to go back?
You want to go back to Orlando, Florida? Say the word. You can ride Jaws
See by
again.
the look in your eye.
That's
made
Harry
up
Potter
your
now.
mind.
Oh
You know,
wait,
it's funny.
they dug
Jaws is
up.
gone.
Wait, they got rid of Amity.
had always
Yeah,
said
it's
to
the
me that you
new
were-
Harry Potter world.
Wow, the Diagon Alley. Wait, did that just happen?
Cheap shot Sting, and Sting with rights of his own.
Oh, he cheap shotted him.
Oh, and now Triple H. Hitting with the microphone.
Stang.
And now the cerebral assassin. Triple H doing what I guarantee he set out to do tonight. Has beat the hell out of Sting.
It's interesting to see when it's the older gentlemen going. They do a little more shaky cam, a little
Oh,
more
yeah.
dynamic shots, a little more zooming in and out.
I gave you a chance.
Well, Triple H gave him Sting a chance. Sting didn't want to take it. You could just tell
Man, that's a whole angle I didn't even think of, where it's like it's not just the wrestlers selling the shots; it's the the photographers.
Oh yeah, no, the camera.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, he put a.
That doesn't seem legal.
No.
Somebody call the police.
No.
Do you think
Tell you
anyone's
what.
calling 911? Like,
gonna
I
do-
think this man's about to kill someone.
He's gonna do the legendary, most violent move in professional wrestling, which is where.
What?
Look, bad for a sledgehammer.
Somebody
That
was
saw it
ready.
coming. That lady, fucking red-haired lady in the back, man. You got it. You got it, girl.
Yes, she does, Justin Robert Young.
WrestleMania.
So he doesn't talk?
He's always been more silent. Or like at his most popular, he was totally silent.
Yeah.
Which is what like his friends wanted him to know. Like, oh, you gonna fight the NWO with us? And he's like, doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
We can't trust him.
Yeah.
NWO wants him to join. He doesn't say anything.
Love the fact that he treats it like a shotgun.
Yeah. Boom. If he says anything, he'll pick up the mic and say it's showtime, which was another one of his catchphrases.
So this is literally his first appearance in the WWE.
No,
ever,
he made
or-
one run-in during Survivor Series, which is like one of their 4 major pay-per-views. And then he came back and affected some other Raw or something, which happened to be in Dallas where he lives.
Scorpion death drop by Sting. The challenge is clear, guys. Yeah, Triple H literally backed into the corner by Sting. Will that happen 5 weeks from tonight at WrestleMania?
Yeah, no, asshole, that's the point. That's what we just fucking... Were you watching the fucking... thing
Don't
happen in
break
the
it
ring?
away. Don't break it. Don't break.
Just say no. He points at WrestleMania. Fucking Triple H says yes. Come on, Michael. Maggle, open your goddamn eyes, Maggle.
For wrestling fans all over the world, it could happen at WrestleMania. Sting versus the game. Talk about dreams. It looks
Tess says, that peeling paint dough.
Yeah, for real. That's pancaked on, man.
Yay.
Your favorite WWE
This is actually really fun. I downloaded this. I killed the fucking plane ride with this.
What is it?
iOS. So it's the same developers, whatever they're now calling the Mortal Kombat people. But it's an iOS fighting game where like they just made the smart move to eliminate moving back and forth.
Got it.
Like it just always auto puts you like face to face with them.
Yeah.
So it just really emphasizes, punches, kicks, and blocks. But it's cool. The fighting engine is really rad.
WWE World Heavyweight title that he never lost. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns later on tonight. The winner to face Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. We know, ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed moments ago in this ring between Triple H and Sting. That's just some of the unpredictability in the controversy.
Look at this guy. Casual pizza eating guy is my hero. You see him spring up. He's just like, oh, what's going on? Is there a camera here?
Well, he's in a tag team with casual fucking accentuate my gut and text guy.
Yeah, right? Definitely tweeting, OMG, I'm on WWE right now.
A huge force to be reckoned with. Can somebody please fucking screen grab that and Photoshop it into a promo?
Oh, dude, those guys like it as a buddy cop movie. Orange Pizza Man and Blue Tweeter.
Everyone tonight in the United Kingdom and
Ireland. And you got to realize this is the kind of pay-per-view excitement you get each and every month when you subscribe to the WWE Network.
All you have to do is go to WWE.com for more information on how to subscribe. And remember, it's, well, you can cancel at any time.
I'm sorry, is this NPR?
Absolutely.
You gonna fucking guilt us, PBS? Tell us it's time to fucking contribute?
Well, they just went over 1 million subscribers on this. Like, this is they bet the company on this on the WWE thing.
Yeah,
the network.
the stories we were reading on Cord Killers indicated that there was a little bit slower growth than they had hoped for.
Well, they hoped it would hit 1 million around last WrestleMania when
Yeah.
they debuted it. It did not. It was at like 400,000, something like that.
I mean, 1 million, it's $9.99. I mean, 10 million a month in revenue doesn't really even seem like that much for this level of operation.
Well, I mean, that's what, like, you hope that apparently that was like the break-even point. Like, that's like if it never hits over.
Right. The bet wasn't a disaster. I mean, look, there's a reason it was news, is because they were
Oh no,
they were the first.
It fucked them on a couple levels. Like, what they should have done is lock down their TV deal before they launched it, because it totally fucked their TV deal.
So do they always have pretty much the same set? I mean, it's a traveling road show,
Yeah.
right? So luckily they're smart enough to throw different set pieces up on it, but it's always the
they'll
that
change
gateway
stuff for pay-per-views a lot of the times. Like, they'll build custom sets for major pay-per-views.
Yeah.
This one they really haven't. And a lot of times it's like, they have one that's like tables, ladders, and chairs, and so they'll just put out a bunch of tables, ladders, and chairs. But I think that's the benefit of having so much of your set being LEDs, is that you can make it look radically different.
You can skin it any way you want.
Weeks about the complexion of Paige and her fair skin, and then this. Total embarrassment.
Oh, they're making fun of her because she's white.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. Like many of the target demographic of this show, I felt like sad because I'm so white.
Yeah, no.
I would imagine that message would resonate with me.
Where's my gift? Where's my gift, Byron?
Took it that way.
Hey, blue pants.
And you have to admire Paige's ingenuity.
Good thing there happened to be a party going on over there.
Those are the hangers-on of another bad guy wrestler who's like a Russell Brand-esque British party boy.
That's amazing. So she just took whatever she could get.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Had some substitute apparel and went on to be victorious.
And the PTO, the Paige tap out with Summer Rae.
I thought she looked better. Certainly didn't look bad. Better than being a hamburger. If she were a hamburger, she'd
So how are the girl wrestling sections? Is the wrestling good? I mean,
by and
obviously
large,
that's
it's
not-
horseshit.
Okay.
Now that's another thing that. All right, so they have this developmental system in Orlando that is run by Triple H as opposed to Vince McMahon. Like, so Triple H, that's like his baby. He's
Right.
like being groomed as like the heir apparent, like to take over the company. And this, like, his developmental system is kind of like how he would want to run it, which everybody loves. Like, it's great. It's also original programming for the WWE Network, which is really important. She, the super white one, Paige, was one of the first big breakout female stars in that, and has since come up and been a big star in the major leagues, as it were.
This, of course, for the coveted Divas Championship.
She's also like young. She's like 19 or something.
You don't say.
For many years has referred to herself as an anti-diva.
Well, we've talked about.
Oh, and look at this. Paige wasting a little time going right after Nikki Bella. And Nikki trying to turn things around early on. And you can't blame Paige for her actions,
Now-
guys. I mean,
Oh, dude, finally, a vocal flub. I caught my first.
Oh, what'd you hear?
He's fumbled on his words and
good.
restarted a sentence.
Nikki was trying to use her sister as a shield, and Paige quickly in pursuit.
So now these two are not bad, but the female wrestling in NXT in the developmental is like great.
Yeah.
They're like really, really, really good female matches.
What happens sometimes when you're over aggressive? Ray looking on as Nikki, the Divas champ, is taking over.
Here we go, Nikki.
Get her inside. Let's go. Bring her in. Let's go.
The Bellas believe they are the most beautiful divas in all of WWE.
It's hard to.
Oh, 22 she is, not 18.
Hard to dispute that. You're right. Those are the divas.
But still really young.
It's important you always lock the knees whenever you bend over. That's just good form,
Yeah.
I believe, in wrestling.
Once this thing turned around, it's gone downhill for Paige. We talked about brothers not getting along tonight.
So,
The Rhodes brothers. We talked
something
about
that I've found as I've gotten more into the internet wrestling community it's a genre of, I think it'd be safe to call it on the borderline of soft pornography, where there's never any fucking, but it is like a wrestling match wherein two people just are very, like, if you were to think this is either homoerotic on some level, where like girls are rubbing against each other, or in the male matches guys are rubbing against each other.
Yeah.
It is a wrestling match where that is like the very obvious point of it.
Wait, no. Are you talking about Kink.com's Ultimate Submission?
No, that's hardcore pornography.
Because I'm definitely familiar with that.
Yeah. No, this is, there's never any nudity. It's just all like rubbing and very suggestive stuff. Seth Rollins, the guy who fought in one of the earlier matches, has one that has made the rounds in the internet wrestling community.
No,
with another guy where he's like bending over
Wait,
and like
so
getting his face rubbed in his crotch.
Hold
and
on.
stuff.
So is this like a fan edit of stuff,
No,
or it's
this
a
is
performance where
when
this
you
is
are
the stated?
young in wrestling,
dude.
you can catch a fat paycheck and not get naked, not suck anybody's dick,
but like it's real close.
but just very cheesecakey,
Wow.
She did one, Paige, with her mom,
Two-time Divas champ as well. Once won a
who are both wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once won a title in England.
If I mention that wrestling is like a fucking carny festival, like it is, there are just different morals.
Dude, man, you can add some LED lights, but at the end of the day, they're hopping on a train and
Yes.
and wrangling the elephants.
They are fucking halfway to Irish Travelers.
Yeah, fucking pikeys.
That was her finishing maneuver, and Nikki was able to fight out. Oh, that may do it. Can Paige take advantage?
And if I'm wrong about that, somebody please pipe up. But I don't know, it's just some shit I read on the internet.
Could have another new champion tonight. That new tag team champion.
Dude, it's hard to look attractive with pale white skin, because that's like dark skin masks cellulite and whatnot. So it's like, I think what I'm trying to say is that Paige is my favorite person.
She's become very popular, very fast.
It's Memphis.
What's Nikki gonna do here?
Get down.
Went for a sunset flip. Paige
Put that face on the ground.
Nikki to retain the Divas title, and somehow Paige kicked out.
Chimera, I've actually never seen it. I saw clips of the Seth Rollins one, but people said that there was another one that was Paige and her mom, and I just assumed that it's true.
And that just folded Paige in half.
And now Nikki frustrated, just taking out that frustration on Paige. Paige
out here.
Reversal now, trying to step through. Look at Paige.
Trying to roll her over. Paige gets this. We're going to have us a new Divas champion. Paige be a three-time Divas champion.
Looking for the PTO. The Paige
Bella's wearing leggings, right? God, this is utterly sexist for me to be focused on this.
No, I think, she's got the Hooters.
Okay.
The tan leggings.
Because I noticed that it was just a slightly different color.
She'll lose her championship. Nikki to the ropes. Paige has to break the hold. Nikki survives to fight on here. Much work.
Also,
for
Paige is
Willow.
way better as a bad a heel, but for whatever reason, she's a good guy right now.
Oh, Nikki got him.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Man, if only there was a place they could settle this.
I know.
grudge.
I know.
Tantric.
Doesn't count if you don't get caught.
Did they ever? Wow. Definitely did the mid-90s loser.
Yeah, come on, Rep. She's got a point there. You got to. Too late. We don't have a replay booth and rotten NFL officials here.
Oh, well. You know, Paige, I'll tell you what. I think she's going to have to settle this one another day.
Dude, have they ever explored like a referee corruption line? like full on paid off? Like have they ever made a referee a character?
Well, no, certainly there has
because
been.
I do remember like
fucking I've never seen that. Little pinhole cameras?
Sure. It's a whole genre of pornography. You think it's a random coincidence that it's on the girl match that you see it for the first time?
Yeah. No, there have been certainly paid off refs, you know, corrupt refs where like they're in the pocket of somebody, and they will deliberately try to cheat instead of just being incompetent. But there's never been like a systemic. Every ref that you thought was a piece of shit was turned out.
No. I'm talking about a ref being a character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like because the closest I ever saw was the
69 years old.
Jesus. I bet he's definitely not using steroids.
That's insane.
Into the boardroom. It is a great read.
I've
been inspired by Muslim fitness since Arnold and Franco way back in the day. I'm inspired by this one as well.
Also, Vince McMahon literally tells them what to say in their ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody leaked the like.
Oh, somebody had a scanner and.
No. It was the internal pre-edit version of. They record their Thursday show on Tuesdays.
Yep.
Like live.
Yep.
And somebody leaked out the version that also has their like internal communication.
Yeah.
Including the commercials and everything. And it's like you hear how much they're told what to say and everything.
Holy crap.
Well, we are being told, ladies and gentlemen, that we have breaking news right now here at WWE Fastlane.
They're being told,
5
Justin.
weeks from tonight, live on pay-per-view, here on the WWE Network at WrestleMania. It's gonna happen, John.
Man, that's a fast job to get that whole package put together.
Wow. They're good.
They just found it out.
The two icons of the two respective companies are finally gonna face. The moniker Super Fight only fits a few fights per decade. This is one of them. Don't you love it when something you never, ever thought would happen happens? It's going to happen at WrestleMania. That's awesome.
The following contest.
That's so funny that like, you know, it's in San Francisco and like normally they'll have some element like for like the city.
For the locals?
For the logo.
Yeah.
Or for the logo, the WrestleMania logo.
None.
No, it's the play button. It's that circle.
Oh, like
and
a
the play,
like a YouTube.
YouTube play button.
Dude.
In the logo.
Actually, that's a very savvy thing because, of course, they went online network. They San Francisco's a natural fit.
Looking to capture the Intercontinental Championship here tonight.
So he's great. This guy, Dean Ambrose, he's one of my favorites. Known on the internet community as the Titty Master because he once wrote Titty Master on his finger tape. And so now he's just forever known as the Titty Master.
Oh, man.
And no one really knows why
that's one of those
he called himself the Titty Master.
Dude,
like,
you know it's one of those things like, I don't know if anyone will notice this. You just fucking jot some shit down and then it becomes your name. Like Snake Dick Brushwood.
Exactly. Both these guys are actually great. So this is another guy, super, super talented. Couldn't really, like, he would get pushes, but he was a little injury prone. Couldn't really get, a foothold or whatever. And then wound up coming up with this gimmick.
It looks
Bad News Barrett, where, like, while he was still healing, he would come out and just, like, do these promos about how, like, he's afraid he has some bad news and would just, like, insult the crowd about how they were fat or ugly or something like that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like classic stuff, classic
So
kind of stuff.
Intercontinental Champion or whatever, is that just like a code word for a different weight class? Or?
No. There's really no weight class elements. Like the heavyweight championship has been won by like, Rey Mysterio Jr., who was like 160 pounds.
Yeah.
So like,
This is illegal. And get him off and get a bloody knife. Come on. And that's you. That ain't my signature. That's Fastlane for the Intercontinental title.
so the Intercontinental title is like they're like the second level down kind of title. It in wrestling history has always been kind of known that like the actual like best wrestler in the company very often has the Intercontinental title. That hasn't necessarily been the thing lately, although the people who have had it have been really good. But like the World Heavyweight Champion will always be somebody who's just like selling the most tickets.
Yeah.
Like whether
Yeah.
or not they're the best wrestler.
Yeah.
But the Intercontinental title like is known kind of like as like, you're you might be like the pound for pound best in the company.
I think I said Roy Orbison instead of Carl Perkins, but out of that four, Dean Ambrose would be the Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, out there, right?
He's out there.
And here's Bad News Barrett, 5-time Intercontinental Champion.
You want to follow the killer, you better get a pine box. Jerry Lee. Yes.
Whoa. Ambrose. And goes right after Bad News Barrett. There's been no secret that Bad News Barrett, since losing a non-title matchup to Dean Ambrose a number of weeks ago, has been trying to avoid Ambrose like the plague.
Come on, you want to fight?
One of my favorite things about having gotten back into wrestling is like understanding more of like the ring psychology element. And one of the biggest realizations after watching enough of it is that like if you're the bad guy, you are actually being the bad guy against expectation. Like in a world where there's a suspension of disbelief and everybody kind of knows that like you're putting on a performance.
Yeah, that you're telling a story.
If they want to just see the next stage of the story, withholding it from them is like something that just like in your lizard brain gets you angry.
Yeah.
Like so you fucking don't like that person.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll do something really rad and like even if they want him to like hit his finisher because it looks cool or something, he won't do it at that moment.
Yeah.
To get people mad at him, and it's like
a punt right
something that, like it's really interesting that like that's like an art form of
Yeah.
like annoying a large group of people. What are subtle non-verbal ways you can annoy a lot of people?
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if they're paying consultant, psychologists to break this stuff down. By the way, Jeff says the title goes in theory, U.S. title, Intercontinental title, WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Got
Quite
it.
the international incident this week. Got into
Here's a cover and a kick out.
quite the Twitter row with Wayne Rooney, the great English captain.
And that's in football, soccer.
Manchester United won 5 Premier League titles with Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, you got in a Twitter row too about the whole Man U thing.
You guys just get along on Twitter.
Oh man.
The headline is WrestleMania is dropping numbers in its branding because numbers make you look old.
Well, and also once you get beyond 30, I mean the next Super Bowl is not going to have numbers.
Yeah, mainly because just L is dumb.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on. I actually thought the next Super Bowl was going to have numbers, but it was going to be Arabic numbers, is what I heard.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, just 5-0.
It won't have the what's it called, the Roman numerals.
Ambrose tripping right out of the ring.
The problem with this is I don't think Dean Ambrose minds getting kicked in the face.
He might mind now because I don't think he knows where he is.
MacBook Pro wrestling or Memphis is a shit wrestling town. No, everybody gets down on fucking these, on like crowds and stuff, and it's like, something's really, really hard to like keep energy up, like at pro wrestling levels for fucking 3 hours.
Oh, dude,
like
absolutely.
it's fucking impossible. Like there's just gonna be some matches that just don't have quite the reaction. Like every moment, you know? Like, you just hope that they're excited at the right moment.
Keep in mind also, like, the folks who are there right now, their adventure did not start 80 minutes ago. Their adventure started, 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
When they were tailgating outside.
Cover Wade Barrett. Ambrose is lying there.
Ambrose, he had to stop Barrett right in his tracks.
Old-fashioned playing of the possum here.
Dude, I wonder who's doing the switching on this kind of thing, because normally they have like a director. They probably still have to have a director in the switching room.
No, they got a production truck and everything, yeah.
But I mean, you notice that they switched like every single punch to a different camera angle.
Oh yeah.
And so I wonder if they're waiting for the call from the director, or the director is probably saying stuff like, "Get ready for a flurry. We're gonna switch each time."
No, they're calling it live.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's no doubt that. I mean, like, there are a few things that are obviously like stage directed.
But it's like, I guess that's my, like, that moment of synchronicity. I wonder if it was worked out ahead of time, or
no.
In that case, like,
I think that's just 30 years of shooting that product.
Maybe it's always going to be like four hits in a row.
Yeah.
A crazy top rope elbow on a standing person.
Yes, Jeff. No, definitely. I'm not assuming that the moves are planned out. I'm just wondering, because in a live switching environment, there's a director who makes the call, like, get ready to go to two, and all that stuff. But in the case where, like, in that moment, he started doing a flurry of hits, and all of them just instantly went. So I'm wondering what it is, because clearly the director didn't say, go to two, go to one, go to two, go to one, or whatever.
I think Wade Barrett doesn't think he did.
Is it just me, or does the camera zoom in when the punch is thrown? Yes. It is not just you. The camera zooms in when the punch is thrown. Although, I think they overdo that sometimes. Like it's really, really good when it's an accent, but when it's every punch all night.
Looking for the bullhammer elbow. Ambrose for the win, for the title, and an near fall.
This is the second time they've done that spot. Oh, shit. That was great.
Covering Dean. They heard that out on Beale Street. Forget the bullhammer. That clothesline may have just finished off Bad News Barrett. Oh, he's still got some fight left in him. Barrett was going.
It's interesting to see how they tend. I don't know. Like, is there any rhyme or reason? Is it all character based when they wear traditional wrestling Speedos versus, like, hillbilly getup?
I think part of it is, like, Ambrose's angle is like he's just this fucking crazy person. So, like, to make
he's
him
not a
look
wrestler.
more,
He's just
yeah, he is, but he's just
Park
like
Boys.
Yeah, basically.
Barrett wants nothing to do with Ambrose. Continues to dodge the challenger. Do you blame him? Now he's trying to run away through the WWE universe.
He's running away. There's only one match. Oh, there's a couple matches where you can where you settle those kind of those problems. It's a steel cage or a lumberjack match. That would be a pretty good one. Steel cage at WrestleMania. It's funny, they are doing a lot of, like, just real old school fucking, like, heels are fucking cowards that are, like, trying to leave, like, kind of stuff. That's, like, very Memphis wrestling.
Well, all that stuff is, like, in waves, right? It's like,
Well, but even for this product, like, these guys fight each other every fucking week, right? I feel like that's because they're in Memphis, like, and this is, like, some Memphis shit to do.
Oh, it's a bit of an homage.
Yeah.
Nobody's bleeding yet. They still bleeding?
Not in the WWE.
Really? They gave that all that?
If people bleed, it's the hard way. Like, it's like, and so every once in a while, someone will break a nose or something like that. But
You knew you couldn't control Ambrose when he walked in.
but yeah, no, it's not intentional anymore. People have done it and gotten mega fined, but that was more when they first started banning it.
No kidding. And they thought it was like a wink and a nod moment, and then they're like, "No, don't worry, boss. If I bleed, it'll be the hard way."
Frustration kicking in. Dean Ambrose, oh, dirty deeds to Barrett. Ambrose, at this point, it may make Ambrose feel better. It may make Barrett feel worse. But the champion is still Wade Barrett. Ambrose.
Oh, he got disqualified? I didn't even notice that.
Barrett's been destroyed. Oh, this crowd. Oh, don't listen to the crowd. They're from Memphis. One more time. Well, Ambrose got sick and tired of the champion Barrett.
He's just going to steal it.
He's stealing that. Somebody call security. King, you know people. You were almost mayor here. Get that title back from Ambrose. He's not stealing anything. It's not his. What do you call it? Well, I thought he was going to leave it. Maybe he's just borrowing it. If you can help somebody forge a signature, surely you can borrow a championship.
Borrow it.
Yeah, there we go. Batista, star of Guardians of the Galaxy, got a $250,000 fine for cutting his forehead.
Holy shit. Do you think that's legit or just the public-facing element of it, where it's like they're all like, don't worry. You're like, we got to fine you publicly. It's going to be $250,000.
No, because I don't think it was like a press release or anything. I think that was just like the report like from inside. But you want to know what I was thinking? So somebody else on a wrestling podcast that I've listened to.
What the fuck am I looking at? This is a thing?
Oh, yeah.
The Flintstones and WWE are teaming up. That sounds like fun. For a main event that will rock your world. The Flintstones and WWE Stone Age SmackDown. Available
Yeah, they did another one with Scooby-Doo. Like,
oh, dude. So like they're just tight with Turner Networks.
Yeah.
All right.
But he was goaded into putting up his earned spot in the main event at WrestleMania. So now tonight,
so there's a wrestling podcast that I listened to that made a very interesting thought that like, if it's not like a PG product that has no blading, I don't think would be possible. But WWE has done this for like 10 years now. Little League Pro Wrestling, where it's not, you're not going to get a concussion like you would in soccer or football. It's like drama. It's physical activity.
I mean, it's gymnastics, right?
It's gymnastics.
I mean, it's the same thing. This is a brilliant idea.
Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. The monks.
Oh, my goodness. It's him.
So this is the Undertaker's shtick. Undertaker has not been seen since the last WrestleMania.
So he took a year off?
Which is not uncommon for him. Like, he hasn't really wrestled full-time in many, many years.
Yeah.
But this might just be a fake out because there's been another major bad guy who's been trying to call him out.
Man, he switched to like a gauze filter to get that that star
fade,
look. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Even as a kid, I always wanted to know where the monks came from. Like,
What's funny, all I could think about is like what type of fire safety official they have to, and what exactly the torches are dipped in, and
it's just like, I mean, like his friends, like, hey, Joe,
you want to be a monk?
You want to? I mean, like, I got to do this thing, and I'm trying to get in my opponent's head. You want to like wear a monk costume? And no, bring those torches. Yeah, from your backyard. Yeah, no, just bring them. That'll look cool.
Escobom's cursing your name for the 20-second spoiler.
Well, I mean, what? That it's The Undertaker, or that it's going to be Bray Wyatt? I'm guessing it's going to be Bray Wyatt.
Or just that you saw monks.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, bro. Like... Yeah.
There's a wicked feeling in the air tonight. Can you feel it?
And this is one of the classic Undertaker gimmicks.
You know,
and I hope it happens like I think it's going to
I
happen.
will never forget the first time that I saw him. He made me tremble. His eyes, they were so cold, man. And behind them was nothing but darkness. And I feared him. But now, he has become just like everyone else. Weak and broken. Just a shell of what he once was. His obsession
Better than you
has turned a monster into a mere mortal. And now his soul is lost. Stuck in limbo between your world and ours. But I think, man, I think it's time for him to go home. My mission is clear. I know you can hear me.
Man, no one cock teases a crowd with an Undertaker entrance. It's nuclear heat.
And I want you to know that I don't fear you anymore. Because I am pain. I am suffering. I am Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear.
Bray Wyatt striking a chord with some of the Memphis faithful.
I will claim the soul of the Undertaker.
Yeah, claim that soul.
Oh, he's going to go right back in.
Well, so that was just a
promo.
Just a shot, yeah.
Wow.
Dude, offering that kind of like soliloquy in that environment, like all of those places have that, you know, that speech-destroying gun that, like that's all of those venues. You talk into one of those, and it's your own voice coming back at you a half second later, and the fact that they're able to just tune that out and deliver that level of performance is amazing.
Oh, totally.
Suspected Bray Wyatt of being out of his mind. I think we just got our confirmation. You don't call the lightning down like that.
I'm speechless. On one hand, you say it took a lot of...
I thought that was going to be the classic Undertaker bit, is that somebody brings out a casket and says, like, Undertaker, like, this is where I'm going to put you. You think you're the dead man. I'm going to make you the dead man, yada, yada, yada. Casket gets closed, it gets opened, and the fucking Undertaker's in it.
Oh, shit.
Comes out,
magic
beats
trick.
ass. Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
That he's a broken man, the Undertaker. If he thinks that because of what happened at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar...
Oh, does Taker live in Austin?
I hope he think twice.
I wouldn't doubt it. I know he's from Texas.
The energy in the
There's a fucking great story that I heard. So it's Undertaker. All right, so speaking of Undertaker stories, it's on this podcast, We Watch Wrestling. Dude's talking about he's in Canada, right? And he works at this restaurant, and he's it's like some Texas-themed restaurant. And the guy who manager of the restaurant, owns the restaurant, says like, "Hey, you ever heard of the Undertaker?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, I've heard of the Undertaker." He's like, "Oh, me and him, our daddies used to be best friends. Like we grew up together." He's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah. You ever see the Undertaker? Tell him I said hi." And he's like, "Sure, yeah." if I ever see the Undertaker, I'll make sure to let him know. So he gets really into wrestling.
I mean,
and
does he
knows-
ask the guy's name? Or?
Yeah. No, he knows the guy.
Okay,
It's
all
like,
right.
let's say Greg for the sake of the story.
Yeah, got it.
So he goes, winds up, you're just being a huge fan, winds up going with friends who are training to be wrestlers, gets good tickets, and is able to get backstage passes. So they're just like him and another friend who's like the biggest Undertaker fan, go and wait backstage just to take pictures with people.
Right.
So all the people are coming out, and they're taking pictures and everything. Next thing you know, the Undertaker comes out. Now his friend is not exactly fucking socially savvy, and just melts like into this like oh my god, I can't believe you're the Undertaker. I've always wanted to talk to you. Like I can't think of anything to talk to you. It's like, can I just take your bags to your car? And he's like, yes.
By the way, that's one of those things where it's like it's your duty to give the Arnold Schwarzenegger experience at that point.
So he goes and takes his bag to the car and leaves the dude who's telling the story alone with the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And he's like, I only have one thing to say to the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And so he's like, do you know
Greg?
Yeah. And he's wearing sunglasses. He picks up his sunglasses and he's like, Greg from Houston, Texas. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, mine and his daddies were both best friends. So he's grow up together.
That's amazing.
So he's like, you ever see him?
Tell him the Undertaker.
You tell him that Mark said hi.
That's amazing, dude.
Friend comes back.
Yeah.
Undertaker is, and famously has, a tattoo on his neck that says Sarah.
Yeah.
That was the name of his wife.
Yeah.
He's with a girl that is not Sarah.
Right.
His friend comes back, and he's like, I was trying to think something. I couldn't think of anything to say to you. And he's like, he's stammering, and Undertaker's being kind of patient. And the girl starts like tapping on his shoulder. It's like Mark, let's get out of here. And the friend is like, I can't think of, how's Sarah?
That's amazing.
So the Undertaker lifts up his fucking glasses and fucking rolls back his eyes like the fucking like in the Undertaker move,
right?
And goes, "You claim to know me," and leaves.
Oh, that's amazing.
The Buck R.I. We watch wrestling as cheap heated Jays. Listen, we can live in a world where both exist. They are both weekly.
Is that chick just playing the? Wasn't that the character from Rocky IV? Like the
basically?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just keep showing licensed photos. Of Vladimir Putin.
Oh no! Their gimmick, like especially like they've really just been running this this kind of gimmick for about a year now. Their like promo, their standard promo would be to come out and be like, America, you are so weak.
Yeah.
Unlike the great, strong Vladimir Putin. And they just put up a gigantic Putin picture and just have Putin get booed.
That's amazing. And did I see right? Like he's the U.S. champion?
He is.
That's brilliant. That's a great gimmick.
Beat an Irishman for the U.S. championship.
He's genuflecting in a way that makes me uncomfortable. What was it in the Futurama? I think it was Bender was playing his heel character was like the Foreigner. No, it was some other robot in the Robot Wrestling League. He's like, look, my passport is different from yours.
He's like a grizzly bear.
Oh, I never thought I would hear a non-ironic chant of USA again.
Welcome back. This is where it never really died.
Goddamn, I'm 12 years old watching the Iron Sheik again.
Oh, totally.
This is amazing.
No, he's a fucking and he's super super fast too. Like he's like has insane agility for a dude who's basically a fucking refrigerator. Yeah, Hoppy Hobo points out that the best part of Rusev is his gigantic tattoo of the country and flag of Bulgaria on his right arm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So John Cena.
Is John Cena the one who was the Olympic medalist at one point? No.
No, that's Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, there's
Although
a brief,
remember the Harmontown where Spencer was talking about playing the John Cena theme music.
Oh yeah.
This is his theme music.
Oh, that's hilarious. No, the Kurt Angle stuff was wild because like he was a heel up until 9/11 happened, and then he was a face. Like
yeah,
ba-dum-bum.
No, he's got like he's always I think better as a heel, Kurt Angle, just because he's like he's too good.
Yeah.
He's just like he's like he fits in that perfect like
square.
Yeah. He's just like, you know, like you people want to cheer this guy? Well, I should be your hero because I'm obviously a better person. All right, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna do a beer run. You want another?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do a
bio break.
Yeah. All right, he's gonna say a shitter run, but I don't have to shit. Yes, please.
Scheduled for one fall is for the United States Championship. Introducing first the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena.
Man, John Cena, you know, you'd figure if there's one guy he can get over as a face against universally, it's somebody like Rusev.
Hero to the Russian Federation and the United States Champion, Rusev.
Come on, you got to roll the R's when you're announcing Rusev.
We invite you to use the hashtag Cena versus Rusev.
Cena whooped that trick side. That's my favorite side of the night.
United States Championship.
Anytime a Hustle and Flow song, which by the way, an Oscar-winning Hustle and Flow song on Oscar night makes sense.
Yep. Well, this is reminiscent of that, man. This is that was the first time we ever saw John Cena demonstrate that reckless abandon.
To Rusev's point, this isn't the same John Cena.
Yeah, big Hollywood week for John Cena. He gets on Parks and Recreation. He's in the train wreck trailer.
More experienced John Cena.
Rusev says that Cena's no longer the man.
No. Here, I'll go. You take the count. I'm going to go on a beer run real quick.
Rusev says, I'm the true hero. Your fighting spirit has left you. You have nothing left. Come on.
I'll tell you one thing.
What are they chanting?
Rusev has some quick feet for such a big guy.
John Cena realizes what's at stake tonight. The United States title. First hit. Oh, what a right hand! John Cena coming out of the blocks with a right hand, and that had to stun Rusev. And also take Rusev by surprise, guys.
That looked like one of those backyard fights where it's like,
Right in the face.
You kick me like a girl? Here, take this.
Wow, that had to surprise Rusev, who powers through it. And now Rusev right to the midsection of Cena. Quickly cover, hook of the leg, wraps the arm, and a kick out.
How old is John Cena?
John Cena's the same or not. It's a John Cena who's been around quite a while, who's learned a few tricks. Rusev seems determined to use those feet and those kicks in this match.
Wow.
Early on, at least.
Just a bit younger than me.
Part of Rusev's repertoire. And John, we've said this about Rusev before. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Surprisingly athletic for such a big, strong guy as Rusev. This guy hurts you when he just touches you. He really is, Rusev, the superior athlete. But so is John Cena.
And there's John Cena fighting back, 15-time world champion.
There's no more Shiner.
That's fine. Yeah, no, I'll take it whatever. Here, pop my chair.
I don't think Rusev got all of that spin kick, thankfully for John Cena. See a look of concern on the face of Lana. She can smile all she wants. She got to know. Rusev knows. This
Why am I blanking on the name of who was it that was on Smodcast that we were talking about recently?
No doubt about that.
Penny Marshall?
No, the wrestler.
Rusev is going for those pinfalls early on in this
Mick Foley?
matchup.
No,
Hoping to put Cena away early.
That's where, if you
Smodcast.
ask me,
He has his own
he's not
podcast.
being realistic
Stone Cold
about
Steve
this.
Austin?
I guess probably a lot of them have podcasts.
Oh, no. Oh, Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, that's who I was trying. Yeah, sorry. I was having
No. The wrestler podcast genre has exploded.
Well, and so do any of them do their podcasts like in character or?
No, because it's all for like the people who are downloading the podcast are all like
They're all hip too.
I think there are certain elements of it that are in character.
Sure.
Or more character. So Rusev has just kicked the shit out of him?
So far, it's been a shit stomping.
Ric Flair is doing one soon, which I am afraid for because I love Ric Flair.
And you don't want to see everything ruined.
Ric Flair has one of those old man lisps.
Oh, dude. Freaking Martin Gardner said deferred from doing an interview for Scam School because he was like, he was 90 at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, could I interview for Scam School? He's like, it's like I'm old and I have this lisp now and I don't want to do interviews. And it's like, wow. Like just have this cold kind of calculus about why he doesn't want to do it.
I mean, I get it. I mean, an interview, I don't know. I've loved Ric Flair interviews. He still can tell great stories, but it's just to do a whole podcast and have Ric Flair, one of the greatest promo men of all time, lisp his way through a fucking 1-800-Flowers read.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. It was Bridget Nielsen's character.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Wow. Devil, yes, I'm very aware of that kayfabe is dead. The question is, it's now a spectrum. I mean, obviously, they're doing it right now. And then there's, as Justin was pointing out, real life moments lead into
Well, yeah, I mean, like
the
their
fake
Twitters.
stuff.
Twitters
Yeah.
are in kayfabe, so it's like, why not a podcast?
Right. And I could even see a podcast being kind of a blend of the two, where it's like there's maybe you're a likable guy up until so and so shows up, and then all of a sudden the rage takes over you, and then
Puts Madonna away early. It took him quite a while to get the same thing accomplished. Maybe Cena.
Dead Man. Hey, look at that, Dead Man Inc. So far as I remember, it's Austin, Jericho, Piper, JR, Taz, and Cabana are the big ones. Those are the wrestlers, people who were wrestlers that do it, but I would also count Cheap Heat and We Watch Wrestling. Those are two of my favorites. Actually, those are the only two that I listen to every week. As much as I like, I think Austin's
how many
probably the best.
podcasts do you rock a week?
Rusev's crap?
Yeah, may I look into your brain?
And those probably aren't all every week.
Need
But
more jams.
Rusev claims that it's happening now.
Wow, I didn't realize you did so many wrestling things.
Testify to that.
I think there's only two of them.
Right, or I guess sports and
sports
and
stuff.
wrestling.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Cabana is the only one getting sued because of his podcast. That is correct.
Why is that?
He had an ex-wrestler by the name of CM Punk, who is now a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
The one that you look shockingly like in your Ryan Connolly
Oh,
outfit.
got it.
He went on his friend Colt Cabana's podcast, which is also very popular, and told the story of why he left WWE.
Oh, shit. And
which was very shocking. At the time, he just walked out and never came back, which is not
And they called
rare.
it like breach of contract for confidentiality or
No.
What?
He made claims about their medical staff that he had a staph infection that they kept prescribing Z-Paks for. And then eventually he went to another doctor after he left. And they lanced it, and it shot out and hit the ceiling. And it was something that they said if they had not caught it then, it would have been life-threatening. So like,
wow.
He made some claims against the medical staff, and now their medical staff is they're suing them for it, which is something that they can't.
That has to be theatrics, because the only way that they could successfully sue is if they could show that, number one, he was lying, and number two, he was doing it maliciously.
Yeah. So apparently, according to the dirt sheets, the only reason why this is happening is because the WWE is upset that they feel like they got outworked by CM Punk, and that CM Punk got the last word on them.
Wow.
And so now, because he also said like he was fired on his wedding day, like that, like he had walked out but wasn't necessarily thinking about like leaving. He was just upset with them.
Right.
And there was like no communication on it until they sent him his termination papers. And and then he made all the medical stuff. So they're suing him. It'll never go to trial. But they feel like, you know, they can get the press and they can have it be like, oh, well, there's two sides of the story, and maybe he's a liar, and, you know, yada, yada, yada.
Man, I thought we went through some drama last year.
Great champions have that extra gear.
Some startling personality similarities between people who are very successful founders that sometimes have a hard time evolving.
Letting go.
Letting go a little bit.
On that. Cena's going to do a lot more of that. Never give up.
Believe me, Rusev. John Cena's been frustrated.
But now CM Punk is training to be a UFC fighter.
So like
legit fighting.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid the big man has a lot.
I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't. I mean, it's like this shit's every bit. I'm not gonna say every bit is. Well, I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, every bit is punishing. It's just that, you know.
Certainly violent, and you do this more, so you would think endurance and like not worrying about the crowd, you know, like is going to play in his favor.
Yeah.
However,
he'll be comfortable, but then at the end of the day,
it's something that he has not done
What?
all of his life.
What?
Uh-oh. Big comeback. Big comeback by John Cena.
Rusev misses wildly, and there's Cena with a shoulder tackle.
Crowd's kind of not into this.
A little bit of "you can't see me" to the lovely Lana. Like the Russian ruble, it's fallen.
like the Russian ruble, it's fallen.
Rusev's up, looking for the AA. Rusev back on his feet. And Rusev right to the face of Cena. Cena may be out. Rusev for the victory. And a kick out at 2.
So Deadman points out that in the podcast, Punk said that he had a purple baseball-sized welt below his trunk line.
We said it. He's talking to himself.
That
it had to happen.
WWE, upon the announcement of their lawsuit, put together a 3-minute video package showing only footage of his back during the event that he says that he had the welt, and there's nothing visible.
Yeah, apparent.
But he says that it's below his trunk line, so it's just petty shit.
I'll tell you what, man. We live in an age where he with the biggest megaphone wins, basically. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
No, I don't think so. I think it's less like that than ever.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, as I spoke those words, I thought, well, like, by that logic, then we would lose.
Yeah.
But we clearly didn't.
No, we didn't.
Somehow Cena powers out.
Dude, somebody's up there waving the Russian flag. That's amazing. like very timidly. Like, all right, let's put this away.
Well, so all right. So here's the problem with this match, and this match is being reacted to very weirdly, because I think people even like they like to boo Rusev, but he's undefeated. I think they like him more as this unbeatable monster, and John Cena just like he's like 5 years past stale. Like kids like him, but in terms of like the general crowd reaction, he's just not like somebody that people are really like wanting
more of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cena with Rusev up with the attitude adjustment.
Has anybody put together a time machine plot in wrestling?
Oh, dude. You want weird, bizarre, esoteric wrestling?
Yeah, I actually. Oh wait, there was that that hypnosis.
So that was
thing
CZW.
Yeah.
There's another Philadelphia-based promotion called Chikara that like has alternate dimensions and time travel and.
Oh my God, that's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. It's my problem with it is that like I tried to get into it a little bit. It's fucking like you can't just jump in. Like it's like some shit you need like
It's too deep.
Oh, dude. It's like I did it for Fanny Pack Wrestling, and
Rusev just broke it, powered out of it, and outplayed Cena. Man, I thought Cena was going to get Rusev to tap out. Guys, he just powered out of it with cover for the victory and a near fall.
Dead Man saying that WWE nearly did a Nazi back in time storyline.
That's amazing.
Power out of the submission move. I'm telling you, he is stronger. Watch him break the hold. Here we go.
Devo points out for the guy waving the Russian flag that Smarks would wave the Bulgarian flag. Smarks, of course, is the moniker for smart marks.
Got it.
So they're marks, and they're people who are smart to the business.
Got it.
And smarks is the semi-derogatory term.
Right, like would you quit ruining it? Would you quit, tongue-in-cheeking this?
And like performers generally hate smarks.
Maybe Rusev spotted a weakness.
Like, which
they're like the volunteer at a magic show who tries to be funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The submission move that Rusev uses. He promised he was going to crush Cena, and he's looking to do it now.
Ryan, are we smarks? Yes, we are.
Felt it coming. Cena's got the blocks it. Got the leg. Cena again.
Oh, now crowd's into it.
Cena again. You see Rusev looking up. He notices the ropes are in front of him. But he's half an arm's length away.
And I think Cena has those arms locked this time where Rusev's not going to be able to slide him over his head.
Yeah, Cena's got his full body right in the back of the whole body of Rusev.
We could have Rusev's first defeat and a new United States champion.
It's a little bit much mugging from Cena.
Yeah.
A lot of screaming encouragement to a Russian charge, but no. Oh, he made it.
And Rusev.
You got to wonder, Brian, how much left in the tank does John Cena have? Seems like he's just giving it his all, and it wasn't enough.
It seems to me like, according to my calculations, 30 more years. He has 30 more years in the tank.
30 more years. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it.
Good to know. Good to know.
Here in Memphis looking on. Over 13,000.
Wow. Look at the look on Cena's face.
Nice try, jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey. Cena ducks underneath. He's got Rusev up in.
Dude, what an unreal.
Oh, look at that.
What
Big heat.
Like, in that moment, man, when it's like, it's you and this other improver dancing.
Yeah.
And you have 13,000 people screaming for you. That has to be like the most wicked rush. Like, you have to fucking go all the way in the moment.
Well, I mean, listen, there's a reason why this is one of those businesses where no one ever retires.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so unique. Like this idea that you have this many people in one place, all pretending like this thing is a thing,
Yeah.
and getting that excited for it.
And here's the other thing, too, is remember, like, all of the rehearsals they've done have been in some bullshit empty gym. And then all of a sudden, they're doing the same dance they've done a million times before.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, with this level of ridiculous window dressing.
And the accolade.
Is the accolade designed to look like forcible rape?
No.
I mean, it looks like very.
Speaking of the Iron Sheik, this is used to be called the Camel Clutch.
Okay, right
now
on.
it's the Accolade. Although,
I like the fact that they've set up the rules of how to escape from it.
Yeah, there's a lot of with the Iron Sheik. Even then, it's fuck your ass, make you humble.
Look at John Cena.
Dude, these Cena faces are great.
I mean, it's a bit much. Aw, boo.
Kicking the balls. A little futz up finish. A little schmutz. Oh no, but they're gonna have him tap. Oh, they're gonna have him pass out, which they've done like 4 fucking times. Because they've kept him undefeated, Rusev.
Yeah.
But like, how do you have a guy that you don't want to have look like a bitch lose to him, who has this famous finisher?
Right.
You have him pass out instead of tap out, so the ref's gonna have to call it. And it's like, all right, that's fine. And it was cool the first time they did it, but they've done it like 3 times. So now they'll probably set it up as like an I quit match or something like that, where it's like, oh, I never tapped, so you'll have to beat me to the point where I have to say I quit or something.
Right.
And John, you made the point that Cena's still out. You made the point that Cena says never give up, but in the record books tonight,
How do they handle in this kind of place? Like, they finish one match and go to another. Do they have orderlies pretend to roll him out, or
no,
he just kind of wakes up and then just kind of walks like dazed, or?
Instead of tapping out, but the fact remains, Rusev is still undefeated, and he's still the United States champion.
Let's go back. Look at Lana actually getting in the ring. The referee looking at her, stopping, and then the low blow takes place. And then this was a finishing shot, but the damage had already been done with that low blow.
John was out. Was Rusev right? Does
Now, come on. They got to pop the flag.
He hits him with the AA.
There we go. The gigantic Russian flag.
Conveniently located.
That ass, though. Prof Pod said it's weak compared to Stone Cold passing out with the Crimson Master Bret Hart. Yes, that's also one of the best WrestleMania matches of all time. So it's like, we don't need that. Like, every spot that is not as good as Stone Cold passing out in the sharpshooter with blood all over his face.
We saw Lana providing a distraction, and it allowed Rusev to deliver a low blow to John Cena.
Guys, I thought of a lot of plausible endings. That one right there was not one of them.
Except for the fact that it's happened 3 times.
Rusev remains undefeated.
All right, so here we go. This is the main event setting up. This happens because at the Royal Rumble, the guy who wins is this younger guy named Roman Reigns.
Right.
Looks great. Huge, great look. Good in the ring. Not fantastic. He's still young. But, like, he is the anointed one with WWE.
Right.
Very popular with kids. The live event that I went to in Sacramento, there was a kid next to us that, like, could not stay in his seat when Roman Reigns was, like, in the ring. Like, he was, like, up and, like, punching along with him. Like, you know, he would sit down and then...
He was so into it. He was totally hypnotized.
Reigns would hit his finisher. Sure. He's up, like, screaming. Huge, right? But the Philadelphia crowd that they did the Royal Rumble in front of...
Yeah.
there's one person who is hugely over. Like he won WrestleMania 30. He's just this like super massive, like massively popular wrestler that the WWE does not quite believe in as like their top guy.
Right.
So he got injured, had to like vacate the title. Came back right before Royal Rumble. Said his first, his match he was going to be in the Royal Rumble. He's going to go back to WrestleMania like that. He gets tossed out halfway through.
Okay.
Roman Reigns, the young anointed one, wins. They know that the crowd is probably going to not react very well because Roman Reigns was kind of getting half booed leading up to it. So they call The Rock back. The icon of icons.
Sure, yeah.
Of the most popular era of wrestling, who, because he's Samoan and all Samoans are related, is Roman Reigns' cousin, who's also Samoan.
Got it.
Rock comes in. Everybody cheers for like 3 seconds, and then The Rock raises Roman Reigns' hand, and they start booing Reigns and The Rock.
What?
Like, so it's like disaster.
Wow.
And to WWE's credit, they kind of changed course on what they were going to do and make this match, which is Daniel Bryan, the super over babyface, versus Roman Reigns for the right to go to WrestleMania. So we'll see where it goes. But the rumor is that they're just going to find a way to put both of them in the main event. Escobomb says, speaking of which, Samoan isn't considered black, right? Listen, man, I have no idea.
Sounds racist to ask.
Kickoff panel. Guys, 3 things we learned tonight. 1, Randy Orton is back in a major way. Triple H will be taking on the icon Sting.
She's
at
apparently the
WrestleMania,
Titty Master's girlfriend.
And Rusev
Renee
remains
Young.
the United States champion and undefeated. What do you think happened out there?
I'm as surprised as anybody. On the kickoff show, I said John Cena walks out of here United States champion. The proof is right there. I was wrong. Booker, Byron, you guys called that.
I'm not surprised. I said it was going to come down to who had the best strategy, who had the best game plan, who was going to put it all out there and make it work tonight. And Rusev is the man still champion.
I think a lot should be said for the effort that we saw from John Cena, whether you like him or not. Never give up. It's not a slogan. It's a lifestyle. It's a belief that he truly stands by. And you saw the fight that he put up. You hate to see how that match ended. But John Cena certainly, I think,
I swear, Rusev has to go over Cena at Mania.
He didn't give up, but tomorrow morning he's going to wake
maybe.
up, and that's going to be a loss via submission.
Absolutely, and you know what? Going into WrestleMania, we now know that Rusev's track record remains intact, and we are officially on the road to WrestleMania here tonight. Now,
Rusev has been booked far differently. Well, I don't know.
We've got Roman Reigns.
I don't know. I mean, like the good guys win at WrestleMania. Cena's the biggest good guy. I think never's been a better time for him to turn heel since you have 2 bigger, more over baby faces right now that are about to face each other in this main event.
Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan are going to have a match. And the winner of that match goes on to get an opportunity for that championship against this beast. The Conqueror, the reigning, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world.
Oh, by the way, the black guy that was at the commentary table is Booker T of "We coming for you, nigga." Yeah,
Ninny. I was like, oh wait, I know that wrestler, but I couldn't remember from what. That's hilarious.
He's coming for you. We want the gold, sucker.
We're coming for you, Ninny. The cringe afterward is amazing.
He puts his hands up and he's got the fucking Harlem Heat like flame gloves. Oh.
You're stronger than me, but the reality is, I am the better wrestler than you.
Oh no, here we go.
So Daniel Bryan, the bearded, long-haired guy, is super popular. Everybody loves him. He has the yes chant. Everybody points up in the air and chants yes.
All right.
But he is a Aberdeen, Washington former vegan who is like about the opposite of who you know, I want to be on the cover of Muscle and Fitness at the age of 69. Vince McMahon is who runs everything. And so they've like the crowd has basically dictated that he be as popular as he is.
That's amazing. So does he wear all his, you know, veganism and stuff like on his sleeve? Or
He did. They had it. It was like an angle for when he first came there, and apparently he's no longer a vegan because it's harder to eat vegan on the road.
This is it, guys. What I've been waiting for.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, where the winner will face Brock Lesnar.
Fucking Santa Claus on the headset.
For the WWE
wait, what did I miss?
Some fat guy with a big white beard.
Oh, got it.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the winner of the 2015.
Oh, Iceworm says him and CM Punk were vegan, but they had to stop because restaurants that serve vegan stuff are closed by the time that they get out of a show.
Dude, yeah, no,
Makes sense.
I will cop to the reality of that shit, life on the road.
So either you're bringing everything with you. Yeah, I don't know if Punk was ever. I had never heard that Punk was vegan, but I know that that's why Daniel Bryan said he was no longer vegan. It's so funny. Whenever I hear that somebody's vegan, and I talk to Ashley about it, oh shit, I don't know what I should say. Let's just say theoretically, if I knew somebody that worked at PETA in the fundraising department,
got it.
They have a database.
Sure.
And you can look up like their emails and phone numbers. Now, I would never do anything with that. I'm just curious whether or not they've had interactions with PETA or whatever.
Yeah.
Although I did find out, I think I texted you what Alec Baldwin's email address is. It's like hilarious.
Yeah. Oh shit. I totally forgot about that. I need to remember what it was. God damn it.
So if I'm going to take a guess at what happens at the end of this match, Brock Lesnar probably comes out, the champion comes out and destroys fucking both of them. And then the question tomorrow night on Raw is what will happen? Who is going to WrestleMania? Devo says, I only eat parrots. That's my only meat. Listen, if you're trying to get some heel heat inside the Curry Moore Studios, then fucking you have officially done it. we get stomping mad if you're talking about eating parrots.
You know, Daniel Bryan, well, in order to get to WrestleMania, that young man Daniel
Dude, what time is your flight tomorrow?
Noon.
Okay. I'm thinking about going to a workout group at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Rad, dude.
Let me know how that goes.
Daniel Bryan sent out a tweet a bit earlier today, and there you see it on the bottom of your screen, that everyone talks about Roman Reigns being strong, but tonight I will break him mentally, and then using Roman Reigns' catchphrase, believe that. Daniel Bryan has been mentally tested, everything he's been through at the hands of the Authority last year, but he's saying, guys, that Roman Reigns has not been tested mentally.
Daniel Bryan, through social media, trying to get into the head of Roman
Wow,
Reigns.
great crowd interaction. The build on this match has been fantastic. Like, the booking for Roman Reigns could not have been better since he got booed out of the fucking building. The fact that he's standing toe-to-toe with probably the most popular person in WWE, and there's a sizable chant for him, is huge.
Bryan describes this matchup as one of the best wrestler in WWE, Daniel Bryan, against the brawler, the powerhouse of Roman Reigns.
I don't know if there's a better way to that this stacks up.
Yeah, if you put both those descriptions together, you conflate them. You get Brock Lesnar.
Aphex, how do you keep interest in Lesnar if he drops the belt? Is his contract up already? You keep interest in Brock Lesnar by putting the camera on Brock Lesnar, who is a fucking mountain and walks and jumps with an athletic ability that is uncommon. I mean, you don't have to put the fucking belt on him. The belt is just awesome on him. You bring him back for special events. He gets into gigantic, fucking awesome fights, and that's it.
out of it. Does not happen. Oh. Shot right to the
His contract is up after WrestleMania, but there are already reports that he doesn't want to go back to UFC because of concussion concerns.
Oh, is that where he came from?
No, he was a wrestler, went to UFC, became the heavyweight champion.
Like legit full-on UFC.
Full-on
Wow.
UFC heavyweight champion. I mean, he's a fucking, he's an insane person.
Dude, I would imagine there's all kinds of licensing difficulties with even saying that, mentioning that true fact on the show.
No, you can say it. You cannot show him
footage of it or the logo or
WWE and UFC have always had this weird, uneasy kind of relationship,
symbiosis,
because they're kind of alike. But UFC doesn't want to. They've had enough problems trying to
This is painful, and it can get even more painful.
Oh, Reigns again powering out. Look at the leg strength.
They've had enough problems kind of legitimize themselves as a sport that they don't want the stink of maybe it's
possibly
fixed or
rigged. Yeah.
I think Roman Reigns just said, believe that.
Jeff says, yeah, he was a collegiate wrestler, football player, WWE superstar, UFC champion, and again a UFC superstar.
Well, I hope something turns out from that.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll turn into something.
Can't be disqualified.
He also legitimately hates people and moved to Montana because he hated people so much, and there were too many people there, so he moved to the wilds of Canada.
Wait, for real?
For real.
Holy shit.
And more powerful. Yeah, but Daniel Bryan says he's smarter and he's the better wrestler.
Well, of course, Daniel Bryan says that.
His manager in WWE is apparently one of an actual friend of his. And he said, the way that he used to keep in touch with him was that he would set a time to call. There was no cell coverage. He would have to drive down to the end of his driveway where there was a phone so he could get on the phone and talk to him.
Wow.
Be careful in that corner.
Yeah, like we mentioned
Saw somebody get disqualified earlier tonight for not letting your opponent out of there. Whoa!
There's Daniel Bryan. Up over the top. Bryan going to pick up the pace now. And Roman Reigns, though, tilt-the-world slam.
This has been great so far.
Bryan driven over the top rope.
Bryan legitimately looks like the smaller guy, and to be honest, I think,
dude, he looks way small.
Yeah, well, and he's being the wrestling is like a smaller guy, which I think is also setting up. If you're Daniel Bryan, this is the match you want to wrestle, because it shows that you could go against Brock Lesnar, who is bigger than Roman Reigns, and you can tell this kind of interesting story where you're getting your ass kicked and then you come back.
Reigns has said all along, I got to stay focused on the destination, which is WrestleMania.
Standing in his way is Daniel Bryan.
Bryan quickly back to his feet, right to the hamstring. One way to take the power away. Ooh, get back to the knee.
A few more of those, and I don't think that Roman Reigns will have that leg strength. The longer this match goes, the more those hamstrings will tighten up with all those kicks. You're right about that.
Oh! Bryan focusing on the legs of Roman Reigns. As we take a look, King, at where Daniel Bryan turned things around.
Yeah, watch this. Oh, wow. Get the legs right out from under.
Devo, the rumors are he's staying in WWE because WWE only has to work fucking 6 days a year.
Says he knows,
and doesn't get to get punched by fucking people 10 years younger than him that want to have
to actually kill him.
Yeah, that want to have his fucking head on their mantle.
It's called a right hand.
The profit motive for all of his opponents here is to sell his shit.
Yeah. Ice Storm, you never know, but generally heels lose at Mania. In the main event, only once have the heels won, and they were the McMahons. So unless you are Vince McMahon or related to him, you do not win as a heel at Mania.
Bryan hung him on the top rope. Roman Reigns, Samoan drop. And now Reigns with a clothesline.
Devo, yeah, you're right. It's 2 days a year in training, but the training is different than what WWE training is.
At this point, I'd say that the power. Whoa!
Because also, it's 2 days in the WWE with like a few days where you show up, you get paid to show up at Raw, and Paul Heyman does all the talking.
Even matchup so far. Oh man, turning Bryan inside out. Good grief. We just saw a flying farm animal. Roman Reigns looking to try to go to WrestleMania. Here's the cover on Bryan and a kick out at 2.
Yeah, you're right, Randall. It was technically Austin who went over, but it was Vince McMahon holding his hand.
Bam! And look at
Jesus Christ.
Turned Daniel Bryan a complete 360. Oh my gosh.
Oh. And again, Reigns.
See, this is smart. You know, book him as a power guy. At least like show the contrast in styles.
Oh! Punishing Daniel Bryan.
And hanging on.
Somewhat reminiscent of what Brock Lesnar did to John Cena. Oh.
That last line was surely something that Vince McMahon or Kevin Dunn said too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
These guys are fighting to get toward, and that's Brock Lesnar, the main event of WrestleMania. Reigns late still bothering. Was targeted by Daniel Bryan, but this
look where Daniel Bryan is, not where you want to be.
Reigns uses that to his advantage. And it's now all Roman Reigns. Uh-oh. There it comes, King.
That Superman punch.
It's loaded. Oh, Bryan countered.
Some kryptonite for your rib cage. Referee backing Daniel Bryan up.
Daniel Bryan just caught him.
He thinks Roman Reigns may be injured.
With that liver kick. And Daniel Bryan. That's the same. Look at Bernard Hopkins once knocked out De La Hoya with that liver punch. And you know, the same effect here with Roman Reigns.
John, the interesting thing about this is let's not forget that Roman Reigns is only a couple of months removed from hernia surgery.
Let's see if we can see where he gets caught here. Look at this.
And there's the liver kick.
Oh, yes, right
Oh,
there.
dude, that was about a half inch above the dick too.
Area that Reigns suffered the hernia. You talk to any boxer or kickboxer that has taken one of those kicks or punches, you lose all feeling of everything. You lose mobility. I think that's what we're seeing right now with Roman Reigns.
And now
I don't know if that was on purpose by Daniel Bryan or not, but
you know what I'm about to say, JBL? I think it is.
It may be what sends Daniel Bryan to WrestleMania.
And I think Daniel knows it.
No remorse from Daniel Bryan here. It's about going to the main event.
That's Roman Reigns almost unable to defend himself.
And the official now going to check on Reigns. And Daniel Bryan going to punish him some more. And again.
It's amazing to see the corners used both as a punishment when someone flings you into them,
Yeah.
and also a
As a
tool
springboard.
for. Yes, exactly.
There's no doubt about it. Daniel knows what's going on here.
You better
He knows
believe
that
Daniel does.
He knows that Roman Reigns is hurt.
Sure how tough you are. You take that shot to the liver like that, you are incapacitated. That's what's happening to Roman Reigns right now. Roman is hoping to shake this off, and he better if he wants to go to WrestleMania.
Bryan. Roman Reigns, though. Reigns able to counter. Bryan in trouble. Bryan in a lot of trouble.
It's kind of a botch.
What do you mean?
When people fuck up moves. It's
Oh.
called a botch.
Right. But who fucked it up?
I think whether or not Reigns held him tight enough so he didn't have to like
He is
fall
hurting.
back and then like do a sit up so he could get a power bomb.
Yeah.
Keep coming. 3 in a row. But look at this. That's a difference maker right there. But can Roman Reigns capitalize on it?
Or Bryan, like let his center of gravity get away from him.
Distance, something.
Can't even straighten up. There he goes.
Look how close he's keeping him in because you know how immobile he is.
Trouble breathing, too.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. Ryan says the MGM Hotel sold out in 15 minutes for Mayweather Pacquiao as soon as it was announced officially.
That's heavyweight boxing or UFC?
Not heavyweight, but probably the biggest boxing match that could have been made and should have been made about like 4 years ago.
Was Mayweather the? What was the one where they had a dust up at the weigh-in and started punching each other or whatever? All of them, Brian.
Boxing.
That's
yeah.
Okay.
This isn't going to help anybody, I assure you. Top row. Oh, man. Wow. Can Brian capitalize? Can Brian realize his dream right here of going back to WrestleMania to battle for the championship he never lost? Oh, and he almost had him. Now Bryan's got him now. Daniel Bryan's got him now. Bryan looking for the S-lock. Roman Reigns in trouble. Reigns trying to struggle, somehow making it to the bottom rope and force a break here. Reigns dragging Daniel Bryan toward the bottom rope. Reigns almost there, and he gets there, forcing the break. Yeah, but is it just a matter of time for Daniel Bryan?
So what's the grabbing the rope?
Roman Reigns was
that means you have to break the hold.
Got it.
Yeah, but you see Bryan almost a look of confidence in his face, realizing he's got Reigns where he wants him now.
He should be confident.
Someone spilled a drink. Thanks, Roman.
Win by count out, Daniel. And a flying goat. Bryan, there goes Reigns, driven into the barricade.
It wasn't really a great sell, Roman.
Another one, and again. I've never seen Roman Reigns hurting like
Time are we
this.
at? Yep. No, we should be approaching. Final few minutes.
We don't know how serious it is. Yeah, you're right. There's nothing you can do about it. Except that. Reigns. Oh, the counter. Oh, my gosh.
Man, Roman Reigns always gets a fucking nosebleed. This dude's nose bleeds fucking so easy.
That's a great moment right there.
Yeah.
That shit's been looking solid as fuck all night long.
Apex, I guess the Spanish announce table survives another day until Brock Lesnar comes out here, destroys both of them, and throws them fucking both their tables.
It's a huge turning point in this match, guys.
Beef says certainly not in a slander position, that it's probably because Roman Reigns does too much coke that he keeps having his nose bleed.
Look at this. They're both counted out. Who goes to WrestleMania? What's the count? Question at count 8. Now Daniel Bryan beating the count back in. Roman Reigns may get counted out. He just barely beats the count. That was close.
I don't know if that wasn't a little bit of saving grace on the part of the official there.
And if it was, I agree with it. Let them settle it in the ring. Exactly.
That is the best Christ pose.
Roman Reigns to go to WrestleMania. Right there, Bryan kicked out.
There is just something awkward about Roman Reigns. Like, he just, like...
Reigns is like, really? Are you kidding me?
Like, he looks like the baddest dude on the planet, but there's just something awkward about him.
I'm not feeling it. I feel
really?
like
you feel like he's the dude.
No, I feel like he's selling. I mean, he's the Mountain, right? He's Gregor Clegane.
I guess that's the problem, though, is that they keep portraying him as like the scrappy kid who's finally gonna get his.
Wait, Roman?
Yeah,
dude, he's clearly the Mountain. I mean, in this match.
Oh, that's a great spot. So his big finishing move is the spear, and they've been selling like how hard and awesome it is. And so, like, they've been selling him as, like, the better wrestler. So he just outthought his way through his most punishing, violent move. Uh-oh, false finish. False finish fest. Let's keep this crowd on their toes. Strength. Has there ever been a wrestling match without a turning point? Yeah, the main event for SummerSlam this year.
that's got to have an effect on your psyche right there. That's got to make you wonder. That's got to make you doubt yourself.
I think one more knee would do it, though. If I'm Daniel Bryan, I go back to the well one more time.
I agree 100%.
That's what won you a championship. That's what called Cinderella last year. Do it again, Daniel.
Hit him with your best shot.
Roman Reigns is basically out. Look at him.
That's a good moment.
Nice. Give him the bitch slap.
Just angry Reigns. Hey, look at Bryan. Daniel Bryan.
This guy is amazing.
Now trying to position Roman Reigns, trying to like an armbar in. Reigns knows how close that is. Daniel Bryan, yes lock. Yes again. Yes lock. Yes lock for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan may know 100 submissions, but this one right here may be the one that gets into the main event of WrestleMania. And Roman Reigns is a long way away from the bottom rope. A long way away. With a WrestleMania sign.
I'm kind of curious where this finish goes, man. We got to get to the end here.
Daniel Bryan with a yes lock. And Reigns trying to do all he can to break this submission. Look at it, he does. Roman Reigns does. Wow.
It is kind of hard, though, to sell him as, like, a baby face when, like, he broke out of the submission move to punch the other guy in the face repeatedly.
Destroy each other.
What are the heights of both of these guys? I mean, how tall are they?
I don't know. Someone go ahead and look that
It
up.
looks like a good, like, 5 or 6
Oh!
inch differential.
Big power bomb. Come on. Make my prediction come true. Lesnar comes out, squashes both of them, and we go to WrestleMania under a cloud of haze. Bryan's 5'10". Fuck, so I'm slightly taller than Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And Roman's 6'3".
I mean, it's a sizable difference between the two. Yeah, 5 inches.
Someone's got to make it back to their feet.
Bryan is pretty much the height of Teller.
Yeah.
Bryan initiating contact.
Roman is, smaller than Penn. Which it doesn't look that way, man.
Yeah.
He looks much bigger. Dude. I'm ready to see, like, Mortal Kombat style finishing moves come in. Where it's like they spend the whole time wearing a toupee with, like, a skull cap with blood on it, you know?
Yeah.
And then just, like, he puts his fingers up into his mouth and then pulls a trigger and, like, just fucking the back of his skull explodes or some shit. You're like, ah! Finishing move! And he's like,
oh!
Oh, shit!
Oh, clean
I didn't
win.
see that at all.
Clean win.
No, I would not have predicted that.
How does he get booed?
Holy mackerel! The winner of the Royal Rumble match wins his latest challenge. Brock Lesnar, meet your opponent at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns had confidence in himself, no doubt.
How does the crowd react?
When Roman steps in the
I mean, it looks positive, right?
Positesque.
I mean, I saw somebody bowing.
Uh-oh.
Has now earned that spot against Brock twice. What a freaking
Waiting for an entrance.
No. It was. The boos are there though.
And he was focused on WrestleMania.
But it's not as bad as Batista got last year, which is what chased him out of the main event.
Man, I've never seen so many beards in all my life. I think I'm going to shave my beard tonight.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why? It's overdone?
I think I very rarely do I become aware of a cultural phenomenon as it's happening. It's
Yeah.
always after the fact, but
Yeah.
it's very clear that beards are like way in right now.
And more than you know, like yes.
Like I'm trendy by trying to have. I'm done. I'm not gonna go clean shaven, but I'm gonna go back to my little, you know. It'll look like a 5 o'clock shadow, but it takes a week for me to grow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to that.
I don't think anybody would confuse you for being like trendy.
Here tonight. What a hell of a performance Daniel Bryan put on.
I mean, you know, trying to be with the trend. You know, trying.
I think you're
trying.
You were your own dude.
Yeah, you don't think I'm trying?
No, I think you're. Like,
Daniel Bryan's dreams just went up in smoke.
Oh.
It's gonna be a handshake. He's gonna try and put him over like The Rock did.
Put him over? What do you mean?
Like, give him a good rub. Like, so like he thinks that now he deserves WrestleMania.
They're booing. They are booing.
Well, so there goes that triple threat.
So it's like this is all a sales pitch, and you feel like they aren't buying.
You better kick Brock Lesnar's. Well, you know what? Guys, do you believe that's the man that can do it?
How many people go to WrestleMania?
Going for the knee, but
It's usually a sellout. Whatever stadium they're in.
They mentioned earlier there was 13,000 people at this event.
Yeah. No, but WrestleMania's at a football stadium. It's at
Yeah. No. I'm just saying, but like an event like this, I mean, I think I was at a Stone Temple Pilots concert in a similar venue, you know, with the similar sales or whatever. It's weird.
And then Brock Lesnar will walk out of WrestleMania still champion, but that man there, King, is going to have something to say about it. Yes, he will. The main event is set. It happens in 35 nights, 5 weeks from tonight. The San Francisco Bay Area Levi Stadium. The Beast, Brock Lesnar, defending the WWE World Heavyweight
Who's the guy behind him? His manager?
Paul Heyman, who, it's Brock Lesnar's manager and probably one of the best wrestling minds of the past, 30 years. Like, he's great. He ran this tiny federation, ECW, in the 90s. It's his brainchild. And,
oh, shit, ECW. I do remember that. Yeah.
And, despite the fact that they were, minuscule.
Yeah, no, they were total chump change.
Compared to the WWF and WWE, when the Attitude Era, the most popular era in wrestling history, is remembered, they are remembered as being, a influential but smaller part of that fight, which is crazy, considering they had no money. They very often paid very little or nothing to their talent. All talent wanted to do was go there, and they constantly had their top guys get
poached.
Yeah, poached.
If the Undertaker responds. Well, guys, it's almost like Triple H's thing. Undertaker, Bray Wyatt.
So what now for Bryan? Well, we talked about that Ziggler fight, and Ziggler just lost. Randy Orton's going to face Seth Rollins, so looks like Bryan and Ziggler at WrestleMania, which, I mean, all right, fine. Everybody wants fucking Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, but this is what we get. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Wow, it's over.
It's over.
That was fast. That was a real blast, man. I'm glad that you held my hand through this this journey back to my preteen years.
Yeah, no. All right. So peeling back the curtain, breaking kayfabe a little bit. Last night we were just bullshitting, playing Hearthstone, and we're just trying to plan out the day for tomorrow. And you're like, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I just pieced on the wrestling thing at a certain point.
Well,
right?
I just didn't know. I didn't know how tedious it would be. I didn't know how much there would be to talk about, and I didn't know how important it was to keep shit afloat. But I mean, I mean, the good news is.
Well, all I'm saying is that I'm glad you stayed.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
I'm
are you
glad.
kidding?
It
No,
was super fun.
To be honest, like at some point halfway through, I was like, it hit me that if this wasn't considered community building work,
yeah,
there's this. I never do that. Like
Sure.
I just sat and watched wrestling with a friend, and it's like, oh shit, this is amazing.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if other people do this, but like, I mean, listen, if people will fucking like build empires on watching people play video games, like I feel like this can't be bad. For
Why
our
not,
career,
man?
right?
Dude, I'm 100% down for it.
What the fuck? I like wrestling. I like watching it. I like talking. And my dad used to fuck me rippity dee.
Dude, just one more.
One more?
I mean, just a
little bit.
Go
All
to
right.
the left one so you can cut to it. We'll just take a look at that. This just in: Oscars. Neil Patrick Harris falls flat. Way to go, NPH.
Wait,
You're,
he like didn't do well?
That's what they're saying. They meaning one rando blog. Prize for visual effects goes to Interstellar. $9.50. The fashion police will crack down on Jared Leto for a blue tuxedo.
All right, wait, hold on. How do you make music out of this?
You demute it all the way on the right. There you go. And you get ready for it to be loud. There you go. And then you dial back to the beginning. And then you press play. And then you switch to the up-close camera. Yeah. It's one to the right of the one you're on.
I'm a bikey man from
right.
a bikey gang, living in my crack den making crack. I love killing, thieving, and extortion. Give me $20, I'll give you an abortion. I love cocaine and selling it to kids. I charge 50 for an ounce, and my dad used to fuck me rippity-dee.
My name's Snake. I'm from a rival gang, so give me the drugs or I'll go bang. I'm a real rough bloke. I'll murder your wife, so give me the drugs or you'll be in strife.
Oh no, he's got the drop on me, but lucky I got a trick up my sleeve. Bang!
Biggity bang!
Bang, bang, biggity, biggity, bang!
Yeah, shoot, 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 put a bullet in your head. Bing, bang, boom, now you're effing dead.
Stop right there, I'm a crooked cop. Give me a bribe or your drugs will stop. Oh, you gangsters are such big ruffies. I'm gonna put you in
handcuffs.
Oh no, it's the boys in blue. What the hell am I gonna do? Bang! Biggity bang, a biggity bang, bang, biggity, biggity bang, and a shoot, 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 put a bullet in your head. Bing, bam, boom, and he's effing dead. Well, hello there, I'm just a passerby, and I bang! Biggity bang, biggity bang, bang, biggity, biggity bang, and a shoot, 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 put a bullet in your head. Bing, bam, boom, and he's effing dead.
Peace out.
See ya, folks.
For the 9-9.